around 4.5 runs and over. This guy thinks calling it bazball is silly, explaining he's trying to remove pressure and make Test cricket fun. This is actually a response to something shocking. McCullum developed his method as captain of New Zealand in 2014 when Australian batter Philip Hughes was hit by a ball and died. A mental skills coach from All Blacks Rugby helped the cricketers play through the tragedy, telling them to be totally self-absorbed for one match. It worked. New Zealand levelled the series in Pakistan. McCullum hit the 4th fastest Test double hundred of all time. He found playing without the usual expectations freed the team up to express their skills, and that is what he's trying to do with England. It's a mindset thing. The team really look like they're enjoying themselves. Bucket hats, e-scooters, optional practice, 6 hitting competitions, games of football, and a lot of time on the golf course. What's not to love? Meanwhile, the really radical bit of bazball is selection. 19-year-old off-spinner Shoaib Bashir was picked off Twitter, couldn't get a game for Somerset, but was the 3rd leading Test wicket taker of 2024. Seamer Josh Hull was called up after just 9 county games because he's left arm and 6'7". Jacob Bethel, 0 first-class hundreds. Let's throw him in at number 3. But is the cricket improving? In the 35 tests before Baz, England won 12, lost 13 and drew 10. And the first 35 tests with Baz, England won 22, almost double, lost 12, about the same, and drew just 1. On the flip side, the new approach has meant throwing games away from strong positions, like the second Ashes test at Lords in 2023. But overall, yeah, by almost any metric, England are better under Baz.
Need a new phone. Need a new phone already?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. 4 minutes after 6 o'clock. How are we out there? Steve was telling me Sunday night. Big stand-up. His big debut, yeah. He needs a ladder, though. He said, you coming? I said, when is it? Sunday? I says, not a hope.
Not for me.
Good luck to him, by the way.
Yes.
His hair got gubbed into the weekend. Thistle beat him. Anyway, lots of football to get through. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best shoes, car deals guaranteed. Gabby alongside me. Gabby, how are we?
I'm very well, Mr. Brazil. How are you? You had a lovely trip to Marbella.
Oh, nice.
How was it?
Yeah, nice.
Good weather?
It was a great time to go. It was quiet. The weather was lovely, 26. But the roads were empty and, you know, restaurants, easy to book. It was just nice. Read a couple of books. Really good.
What books did you read?
I read our jockey's book, Ocean Murphy.
What was it like?
It's more a diary, but it was very interesting.
Lovely.
And I'm into a couple of others. I keep reading a few chapters, then going on to another one.
Oh, lovely. Did Mrs. have a good time?
Yeah, very good.
Lovely.
It was lovely.
Yep,
No,
good, mate.
Nice little break.
Much needed.
I did need it, to be honest. I did. But, you know, we'll crack on now till Christmas.
Yeah, then you'll be off to Barbados, maybe?
No. I don't think so this year. I don't know. I doubt it. I think it's going to be a quiet few months.
Okay.
See how the budget goes, Gab.
Yes.
See how the super-duper government
End of November.
react.
End of November, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, it doesn't matter. You know
Everyone's
what's coming, don't you?
Everyone's frightened, isn't they? Ooh.
So last night, Arsenal. I did watch a bit of the Arsenal. Funny enough, I had a little wager last night. 4 teams all won.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What teams, though?
Which is ridiculous, really. Because normally one lets you down, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it sounds easy now, doesn't it? Arsenal, City, Newcastle, PSG. It sounds easy, but it pays just under 71.
Yeah, but Champions League, anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a bit of good fortune.
Yes.
In the end, it looked easy on paper.
Can I just say, though, before we go into the English teams,
Yeah.
I watched the Barcelona game, 5:45.
Yeah.
Marcus is back.
Well, I know he is.
He was top.
And do you know what?
2 goals, 1 a penalty.
I'll hold my hands up and say, all the stick he's had, I admired him for taking that jump to Barcelona, for standing by his guns, saying, no, I'm a good player.
Al, he looks happy. The 2 goals he scored are outstanding goals as well. Marcus Rashford, especially the second one, won a penalty. But he just looks happy. Doesn't look out of place. Looks like he deserves to be playing. Played as centre forward yesterday because Lewandowski's out. And it looks like he's really enjoying his football there now.
Well, before we go on to Arsenal, let me give the results last night. So Barcelona 6, Olympiacos 1. At one stage, it was quite close, wasn't it? Newcastle 3, Benfica 0. 3-0. Jose. At one stage, Benfica were in it, weren't they? And I don't mean right at the start. I mean, Newcastle needed a second goal and got it. Barnes were a couple. 3-0, no problem. Paris, brilliant. For me, they're still the team.
7-2.
Driving up this morning, I heard Arsenal the best in the world. Well, yeah, it's debatable. But Paris 7, Bayer Leverkusen 2. They're a great side. Copenhagen 2, Dortmund 4. Arsenal 4, Atletico 0. It wasn't as easy as that, was it? I watched that game as well.
No.
And Atletico, the goalkeeper Reyes made a bit of a mistake, didn't he? And that could have been difficult for Arsenal, but they came through it. Well done, Guacarez. We'll come to that. PSV 6, Napoli 2. What about that? Whoa. Inter 4-0 away from home against Union. And Manchester City's done it again. Haaland, unbelievable. 2-0 in Villarreal. Unbelievable.
Wow. I just want, out of all them results, the one that I'm laughing at is Napoli losing 6-2, because I want to be a fly in the wall in the change room after the game with Conte after losing 6-2. Woo!
Yeah.
Imagine that. Against PSV as well.
Well, I don't know if you played Philips Stadium, Gab. No. It's a cracking stadium, and they do get up for European nights, PSV.
But you normally have Italian teams, especially Conte, to be tough to beat, tough to score past.
They were down to 10 men, as were, there was another one, Olympiacos went down to 10, and also Paris had a player sent off, as did Leverkusen. So obviously there's a bit of a parley there. But we look ahead to, let's start with the Arsenal, because Guacarez, the crowd were trying the hardest to applaud every touch he had. They want him to do well, which is great when you're not scoring. And he gets a couple last night. Not great goals, but it doesn't matter. He gets a couple. So Mikel Arteta was full of praise for his striker after the game.
First of all, because he makes us a much better team. I think we become much more unpredictable. He's so physical. He opens the spaces for everybody. The way he presses the ball, holds the ball, it's just phenomenal. And then, the ice on the cake. And the biggest thing that we're going to debate about him is goals. He certainly scored 2 very different ones today, and hopefully he starts to get some momentum and a good run of goals.
One thing I did notice, Gab, I'd like to see him do it, and I think he'll get more goals if he runs across defenders towards the near post.
Yes.
I think because they flash the ball into the box, don't they? Especially,
a lot, yeah.
On the right-hand side, they whip them in half a yard. And if he can just, he hangs about sort of middle to far post, just mix it up a wee bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Near post. Just get a little flick, a little glance, bang.
I think what I've seen of Gyökeres so far, will he be an elite striker? I don't think he will. Will he do a job for Arsenal and help them get it over the line, Champions League or Premier League? Yes, he will, because watching him out, especially last night and in his last 4 or 5 games, he does not stop hunting defenders down. Yeah, he throws his body around. But as strikers, me and you were strikers, you don't want to just be called that work rate. Oh, he works hard as a striker, he throws himself about. You want to be plaudits about your goals.
Yeah.
How many goals do you score? So to get 2 goals, scrappy goals last night, that puts him on to 4 now. And you know what everyone's like, Al, when you go on a run without scoring, it goes one more game.
Yeah, and the crowd are behind him.
They're behind him.
He got his 2 last night.
All the players ran over to him as well after he scored his first.
How good are they, Arsenal, at the moment? I don't know if Jason's getting carried away or not. Listen, they're doing really, really well. Arsenal, they're favourites now, aren't they, to win the Premier, and probably second favourites to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
But Jason Cundy last night, let's have a listen on the sports bar. He was really, really happy with Arsenal.
This is the best Arsenal side I've seen since they won it in 2005. And without any question, this is the best Arsenal side. And since the other likes of Thierry Henry playing, right? And Arsene Wenger manager. They're not as good. I think that Arsenal team, certainly easier on the eye. They're a workmanlike, very well organised. They get things done. They're organised, disciplined defensively. They're a horrible team to play against, but they are efficient, and they are efficient at both ends. Don't give any chances away and score goals.
Early days, mate. Early days.
I'm telling you now, they're going to win. I think they'll win the Premier League, and they'll go a long way in this competition. A long way. Because the teams that don't concede goals tend to do very, very well in the Champions League.
Yeah, once again, a set piece to break through. There's no doubt. I don't know how far I can go to say how good this side is, but clearly Arsenal have got a great chance of winning the Premier League and should go a long way in Europe. There's no doubt about it. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Because they've got a real good squad now.
They've got every chance. And what I love about watching Arsenal is that yesterday, Al, yes, they were the better team in the first half, but there weren't no real clear-cut chances. What happened second half? They know they've got a set piece, can get them out of jail. Set piece, scores, okay, Arsenal, now pressure's off. Yesterday, Gabriel, assist from a set piece and scores from a set piece. Yeah. Then they start playing Martinelli with a great goal from a great run from them. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Yeah, Miles Lewis-Skelly running through, sets up Martinelli. So... And also, Al, let's be honest, their squad is out of this world. Madueke injured, Odegaard injured. Guess who else? Guess what they can bring off the bench?
Yeah.
Yesterday they brought Mosquera, Ben White, Ranieri, Marino, Norgard, all come on in the second half.
They've got every chance.
Trossard, Calafiori didn't even come on.
Yeah.
So look at the squad they've got with big players injured still.
I still think the Premiership, just briefly before we break, Gab, I don't know, something's missing with Liverpool. Salah's having a real look. He deserves an off few games, and he's been so good for Liverpool. But he's clearly not the same player at the moment. That could change, right? City are beginning to pick up again. I nearly the bet on City at 671 to win the Premier. But are they invincible at the moment? Do they look superb? Maybe not quite, but they're getting there. Chelsea, you never know, do you? With Chelsea, you just don't know.
I just think Arsenal...
So it's probably between the three, isn't it?
And it's about how many goals you concede. Liverpool conceded 11 in the Premier League, Arsenal 3.
Yeah, no.
And they don't look like conceding Arsenal.
Yeah.
So you know the players that you've got going forward, Arsenal, and the set pieces, you're always going to score goals and you don't concede. You're going to win more than you're going to lose.
Some big games coming up tonight. Whereas McCoy's, he's out in Frankfurt. So hopefully no problem.
He's back from holiday, is he? Must be nice.
He's been away again, has he?
He has, Alan. He has, mate. You and him are out of this world.
The best team since Invincibles back in 2004. Arsenal fans, do you agree? 03717 223344. The platform is yours. Are we watching one of the best defences in Premier League history? It's got to be close. Can you even break Chelsea's record for the fewest goals conceded in a single season? Get in touch, tell us. Coming up, we turn our attention to the back pages and ask the question, is Andy Gordon becoming Newcastle's most important player? That's coming next on talkSPORT.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rose.
Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps, you are to me, baby. Surely you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm with you.
You're not singing to Katie there.
Oh, no. You love Shaggy though, don't you?
Pardon?
It's his birthday.
Oh, is it? Oh,
To be fair, I misheard you.
dear, yeah. Today's a very special day, if you like him, because it marks the 57th birthday of Jamaican-American artist Orville Burrell.
Oh.
Better known as Shaggy. Gabs, would you call yourself Mr. Boombastic? Would you call yourself
I'd say back
Shaggy
in the day
too?
might have been.
Shaggy too?
Back in the day, Al.
Yeah?
2010, maybe.
Ever played the Wasn't My Card?
Pardon?
Ever played the Wasn't My Card?
What does that mean?
I've no idea.
Yeah. No.
It wasn't me. I've got Wasn't Me. Oh, Wasn't Me.
Oh, yeah, of course. All the
Well,
time.
don't give me this rubbish. You know I don't like this.
Before social media, Al, you got away with all sorts. Was it me? Wasn't out. I wasn't out. No, I was at home.
Anyway, a happy birthday, Shaggy.
Yes. Happy
Let's
birthday,
look at
pal.
today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle providing doggy daycare? Take the lead with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
And a very happy Katie after last night's Arsenal and a good start to the season, Katie.
Yes, absolutely. 4-0, and that's what's across all of the back pages this morning. Just covered with Victor Gyökeres. Really pleased for him with his famous celebration. We've got Victor Gyökeres, the headlines. You can choose your pick of the bunch out of these one. Formidable. That's the headline in the Mail. You've got Victory in the Sun and Back with a Bang in the headline in the Times. We've also got in the Sun the story about it's Flash Gordon after Anthony Gordon helped Newcastle to that 2-0 win over Jose Mourinho's Benfica. In the Sun, they've also got Erling at it again. Man City beating Villarreal 2-0. 12 games running now.
Record unbelievable.
24 goals in 14 games for club and country. And then this other story, which we'll get to in a minute. Clough and Reddy on the back page of the Sun about Sean Dyche following in the footsteps, well, hopefully, of Brian Clough and his admiration for Brian Clough, which we can get to in a minute. First of all, though, let's reflect on the mighty Arsenal. How pleased were you, Gabby, for Gyökeres? His first goal in 600 minutes and a springboard, hopefully, to go on a good goal-scoring run.
Well, I was happy for him because I've been there as a striker sometimes. You're doing the channel runs, you're fighting with centre-halves, you're holding the ball up, you're bringing players into play, and you're not getting the chances, and you get a bit frustrated as a striker. So he's got 2 scrappy goals, and you'll be thinking, oh, okay, now the pressure's off. The run's over of not scoring. And the way he's been playing recently, he's deserved the goals. And I think that the way the whole team celebrated with him shows how much he's liked at that football club.
Was he trying too hard to begin with? Forcing it?
Yeah, probably. But sometimes you get it as a striker. I mean, Haaland, the way he's scoring is incredible. But look at Isak, not scoring goals. Sometimes you do the hard part, but you're not getting the applauded for your goals. He doesn't want to be a striker that's, oh, you work hard and you hold the ball up and you throw yourself about. He wants to be a striker that's judged on his goals.
It's difficult because if you look at Haaland, the times we've said that Haaland's not interested in the build-up. Whereas Gyökeres, you can see he's getting frustrated. He's coming a bit shorter and he's working his socks off, which is great. The crowd really enjoyed that last night, even before he got his first of 2. They enjoyed his work rate.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, he's got to get the balance right. He's got to get in the right positions when that ball's flashed across the box. Mm-hmm. And that should do his confidence the world of good now. So hopefully he can go on a run.
As for Anthony Gordon, how impressed were you with him last night?
Watching the game, I watched both of the games last night, Arsenal and Newcastle. You just know what you get from Anthony Gordon. First of all, he's going to work his socks off. First of all, he's going to go straight at his fullback. He's going to run in behind his fullback. He's going to be a pest. And they couldn't handle him last night, Benfica. And he's got to continue this form because his record in the Premier League hasn't been great for goal scoring. But the way he's playing at the moment, you can see that left-hand side for his country could be his.
Great ball across the box, and he's just got to be there. But, I'll say he's just got to... Yeah. He's in the right place at the right time. It's almost a tap-in, but it's still a cracking goal, cracking build-up, and a good finish. And that broke the deadlock. They were on their way then.
Do you think he's Newcastle's most important player at the moment?
I would say so, yes. I mean, when you lost Isak, Voltamade has done very well, 4 goals so far. But what I love about Gordon is he's always out there. He's always available. He always wants to take on his fullback. And there's nothing more than I love as a winger who, when he receives the ball, he's non-stop. Right backs, left backs must be thinking, Gordon, just stop. It's the 70th minute. Give me a break. Nope, he's going to take you on again. And goals and assists are coming now for
Well
Andy
done,
Kirby.
Harvey Barnes as well.
Yeah, when you come on.
Him.
Yep.
What an assist by Nick Pope, by the way.
Oh, no.
Throw and then,
My arm would fall off if I tried throwing it that far.
Yeah. And then this other story in The Sun, headliners Clough and Reddy as Dyche proud to follow Forest legend. So Sean Dyche came through the youth ranks at Forest in the late 1980s when legendary boss Brian Clough won 2 European Cups with the club when he was in charge. And Dyche says, everyone knows about my affection at the beginning of my career under the great Brian Clough. It's one of those things you imagine one day, could it be? It's come round my way. I'm very pleased and proud. Nottingham Forest fans have been very fair down the years. We want to get back on the front foot and give the crowd something to cheer about and reconnect.
Well, last year was so good, wasn't it? Forest were great last year. They could take on anyone and beat them. So it's going to be difficult. He's got to pick them up, but he's still got some real good players, a good squad. So it'll be very interesting to see the way he plays. It won't be like Ange. Do you know what I mean? It'll be a little bit more patient, I believe, than Ange. So it'll be interesting. But I hope he gets off to a good start.
He's got to figure out what players he actually needs because they've got a lot of players, Forest. I look at someone like McAtee and I fear for him with games because I'm looking at Sangare and Anderson as your 2 centre midfielders, Morgan Gibbs-White as a 10 behind Chris Wood, Hudson-Odoi off one side and maybe Hutchinson off the other, getting crosses in. I think he'll probably name the same team more than once, which Ange couldn't do. Ange was making so many changes at each game, 5 at the back, 4 at the back, sometimes 3-4 changes every game. I'm sure Sean Dyche knows his team already.
Alan, do you think that Sean Dyche can have a similar legacy at Forest to what he did at Burnley?
I think his squad's better than what he had at Burnley. I do, so there's no reason why. But what are Forest fans, what are they expecting now? Burnley was all about survival, wasn't it? What are Forest fans? They want European football every year.
I don't see Sean Dyche as the manager in 2 years.
Why not?
Because I just think this is a stopgap sort of for the owner where, what, keep us up. It's scary times now. Certain managers aren't available. You wanted Mancini, you want Marco Silva. I think once they stay up and you look at next season, we're looking to bring a new manager in that can get them back to maybe getting into the top 6. That's what the owner wants. And
I think it's a difficult owner you're dealing with.
Yeah.
But then it also might be Sean Dyche's opportunity to prove to Marinakis that actually, if he does well, then they don't need to think about Marco Silva. Marco Silva might not want to leave Fulham either.
Yeah, but he might look at it and say, I think they're offering him a new contract, aren't they, Fulham? It'd be interesting to see if he signs that. But I just think this owner went and got Ange because he thought Ange was going to go win Europa League. So he wants the big trophies. He wants to be in the Champions League. If Sean Dyche can produce that, then of course he will stay. But if he doesn't, I could see a bigger manager coming in.
It could then be, an opportunity for him to show, look, I can be.
Oh, of course. I hope so.
A manager that can keep teams, in and around those Champions League and European spots. Do you think for Sean Dyche this is the best job he's had in his career that he's taken over?
Oh,
yeah.
For the heights that he can reach potentially?
Yeah, I think so. Forest's a great club.
of course.
Great
Massive club.
But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but we shall see. Katie, thank you. I'll have a little look at the games tonight, of course, and last night. Championship games as well.
Yes.
Coventry, absolutely flying.
Bit of Needle as well on the touchline.
And the East Anglian side struggling. Ipswich has met a goal. Ipswich going down at home to Charlton and Norwich going down at Derby. There's a man who's probably on thin ice, the Norwich manager. Okay, Katie, thank you. Back to tick 6:28.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle providing doggy daycare? Take the lead with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big 3 networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Boxing. It's a sport that makes multi-millionaires out of the world's best fighters, but it's not as flush with cash as you'd think. We all see how much the likes of Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez make every fight, but that's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the taxman at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like 5 grand, 10 grand for a 6-rounder or something, because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
Okay, 6:33, talkSPORT Breakfast with me and Gabby. Our good friends at Arnold Clark get £750 off any used electric car or home charger now. Have a listen to this one. Here's a chance to win talkSPORT's biggest cash prize ever, as you play to win up to £100,000. And it's completely tax-free, Rachel. Plus, you get to visit talkSPORT Towers on Thursday the 13th of November to play for that incredible cash prize, 100 grand. By the way, why would you go after GPs? We need GPs, don't we?
I know.
Anyway, here's how to enter. It's 100 grand. Brilliant. Here we go.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Just last night in the Championship, who have I missed out? Because Southampton getting thumped 3-1 to Bristol City. What about that?
Struggling, aren't they?
Coventry, brilliant. Birmingham, big win for Birmingham at Preston. That's
and Sheffield United.
Yeah, Sheffield United, well done.
Yeah.
Okay, right, it's time now for a bit of this.
The other hectic is an unbelievable goal from Gareth Bale. God, I love the Champions League. PSG, finally, European champions.
Belting atmosphere. It's absolutely the sort of atmosphere you want to feel in a big Champions League night.
A new era for Champions League football.
Every match matters. It's talkSPORT in the Champions League. It's Kevin's Hatch of their day.
Yeah, so Wednesday morning, in between a full Champions League programme, which means we're joined by European football expert Kevin Hatchard for Hatch of the Day. Kev, good morning.
Good morning, Kev.
Morning, guys. How are we?
Very, very well. Kev, just a quick roundup of last night's games tonight, and then we're going to talk about this game. Barcelona Villarreal cancelled. But what do you make of last night's games?
Where do you start?
To plan for the English clubs?
Yeah, I thought there was some really, really interesting games. Obviously, Arsenal laid down a marker with that win over Atletico, because actually I thought Atletico started that second half really well.
Yeah.
Julian Alvarez was looking really dangerous, but Arsenal, even in a tight spot, have always got those set pieces to rely on, and Gabriel gets the first goal, and then after that, they just powered to victory. I thought Gyökeres worked really hard. Obviously, that's an important night for him with his 2 goals. That win at Villarreal for Manchester City might seem straightforward, but Villarreal hadn't lost a home game, so that's not an easy thing to do. And obviously, Haaland scored again. So, great result for them. And Newcastle blew away Benfica. And Benfica at the moment are on a poor run. I mean, they've lost all 3 of their Champions League games, and Jose Mourinho hasn't had that magic effect so far. I mean, elsewhere, just some real statements, I thought. I mean, Paris winning 7-2 at Bayer Leverkusen. That was a mad game anyway, because at 1-1, it was 10 against 10, because Robert Andrich, the captain of Leverkusen, had been sent off for elbowing Desiree Doué in the face. And then Ilya Zabani used to play for Bournemouth. He got sent off as well. I think a bit harshly, actually. And then it was 1-1 and 10 each. And you thought, well, how's this going to go?
Yeah.
And Paris just used the extra space and just demolished Leverkusen. I mean, 7-2.
Incredible, isn't it?
It's just an amazing result. Dembele scored on his return from injury.
Kev, I watched the early kickoff as well, Barcelona, and listen, Marcus Rashford was outstanding, won a penalty, scored 2 great goals, but talk to me about the red card for the Olympiacos player. Never touched him, the second yellow.
Yeah, and then he gets... Yeah, it was a strange decision, and then obviously reacts really, really angrily, as you would expect, Heze. And then from then on, actually, that was game over, because I thought Olympiacos were right in the game. Definitely. Up until that point. There was a very odd moment where they'd scored a goal, had the goal taken off them for offside, but got a penalty for a handball in the build-up. And I must admit, watching the game, I was scratching my head for a bit, going, what on earth is going on here? Because I was trying to watch the Paphos game as well. And so I'd only missed like a couple of seconds of the Barcelona game and thought, I have no idea what's gone on here. Yeah. So it took a while to work out. Paphos, by the way, I should just mention them. 0-0 away at Kairat, and you think, why is he talking about that? Paphos played with 10 men from the 4th minute onwards.
Wow.
And still managed to get a goal to straw. Wow. Actually could have won it. David Luiz, who's 38 now, playing for them, had a couple of efforts, nearly scored. And Paphos have taken 2 points in their first 3 games, which isn't bad going.
Yes.
Tonight, Real Madrid, Juventus, cracking game. I fancy Madrid, but you know, it's a beauty. Frankfurt, Liverpool. What about Liverpool here? This could be 5 in the trot if it doesn't go their way. Losses.
Yeah, this could be anything, because Frankfurt have been chaos this season. Great to watch, score loads of goals, concede loads of goals. They were beaten really comfortably by Bayern recently at home 3-0. And I think if Liverpool start this game, there's a few young players in that Frankfurt team. If Liverpool start the game well, maybe get the first goal, then I think they'll go on and win. But if Frankfurt can get that crowd up, which is a real boost for them, if they get the first goal and get some momentum, they're really, really dangerous. They've got some great young players. Can Uzun, who's an attacking midfielder, a kind of 10, who's really come on leaps and bounds this season. Litz Doan, who's a Japanese winger, really, really tidy player. So I think Liverpool have to manage the crowd here, and if they make a bad start like they have been doing in games, they could be in big, big trouble.
Kev, going back to last night, you know, we talk about Italian teams and, you know, they're not conceding goals, and Antonio Conte's teams are, you know, they're hard to score against. Can you explain why they lost 6-2 to PSV, please? And what would the changing room have been like after the game, Kev?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been I think some of the paint would have come off the walls, to be honest, from Conte. But it's been a bad week for them as well. They lost at Torino in the league. And obviously were hammered 6-2. I mean, they went down to 10 men, which doesn't help. But that was
late,
fairly late in the piece. Yeah, Lorenzo Luca got sent off, but that was fairly late in the piece. I think against the Peter Bosz team, and he's the coach of PSV, that can happen to you because once they get a bit of momentum, they score bucket loads of goals, and I think they were just torn to pieces. I think there are still questions about the balance of midfield because De Bruyne is a brilliant player, but he's had to shift a few things around. But they have been going well up until this week, despite a few injuries. No Lukaku. Obviously, Højlund came in, but he was missing as well. But yeah, 6-2, that's a really sobering result. And what it's done is it's brought back into the conversation this idea, can Conte actually balance domestic football and European football? Because he's never really been able to do it. And they've lost 2 out of 3 now in the Champions League. I mean, they had Di Lorenzo sent off at the Etihad, so that was tough for them against City. But lost 2 out of 3. So it's going to be difficult. Last season when they won the league, didn't have any European football.
Yes.
2 other English clubs, Kev, to finish. Chelsea at home to Ajax, and Spurs go to Monaco after that defeat to Villa.
Yeah, Spurs up against the team that's just changed its coach. Sebastian Pocognoli used to play for West Brom. He's gone there from Union Saint-Gilloise. So, interesting game for them. They didn't have a good result at the weekend. Drew with Angers. I think they're vulnerable, Monaco, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Tottenham's got to win that for me.
Well, Spurs have been better away from home than they have at home as well, haven't they? So they might relish the fact that they're on the road and it's not particularly intimidating atmosphere. No. And Ajax are really struggling under Johnny Heitinga, who was part of Liverpool's coaching staff. They're nowhere near, I think, winning the league this season in the Netherlands. They seem to be a fair bit behind PSV and Feyenoord, so I would expect Chelsea to win that.
Nice one, Kev.
Top man, Kev. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, Kevin Hatchard there. Legend. Right, coming up 6:42, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
So, Arsenal fans, we're asking you, is it time to get carried away?
Are Arsenal, as of right now, the best team in the world?
Why have you got to go and ruin it?
03717 223344. Arsenal, look, it's going well at the moment, but calm down. That was Denny last night on talkSPORT. A big Arsenal fan. And West Ham, oh dear, certainly they are not. We'll get Harry Redknapp's take on the potentially poisoned chalice that Nuno has taken on, as well as the incredible job his nephew Frank Lampard is doing at Coventry. I did hear earlier a conversation, an interview with the Moose, where Frank's got his feet firmly on the ground, but it's a great start for Cov. That was a look ahead this morning with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Yeah, some cracking guests coming up on the programme this morning. Harry Redknapp coming up in the next hour. Katie coming back in a tick. We'll talk to Tom Aspinall, get into UFC heavyweight world champion. Charlie Adam coming up. David Seaman, Alex Neil, what a job he's doing at Millwall, and Glenn Hoddle as well. Brilliant. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby now. Time to take a look at today's top headlines, and it's all thanks to Movember.
Get ready with Movember on talkSPORT. The moustache is calling. Grow and mow, raise funds, save lives. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Okay, what we know this Wednesday morning, Mikel Arteta said that Gyökeres has 2 goals in that win. Not classic goals, but still 2 in a European night. The win against Atletico last night came at the start of a prolific run for his striker. La Liga has cancelled plans to hold a regular season match between Villarreal and Barca in Miami in December. La Liga said it deeply regrets the postponement and described it as a blow to the international profile of the entire football ecosystem. Gab, I don't know if you know much about this. I think it was the players in Spain didn't want it.
I don't think anyone wanted it. I know Courtois come out and hammered it because it's not right, is it, Al? Imagine if there was a Premier League game next weekend and you're like, yeah, they're playing in Miami. What for? But I think it will happen. It will happen eventually, though.
Yeah,
it might have stopped this one, but it will happen eventually.
Manchester City made it 9 unbeaten with a routine 2-0 win in the Champions League last night. Well, you say routine, away at Villarreal.
Not lost at home this season.
Pep spoke after the game about whether his team are finally coming back to the best.
Absolutely, but always have been like that, except last season because we are not together because everyone, they were in hospital. So in the table massage during 11 months, so that's why it was so difficult. And last season, today, look what happened in the last 20 minutes. I can bring, Tijani, I can bring Oscar, I can bring Ryan Cherky, Omar, and look, I have a Phil Foden in the bench, and have a Nathan and Ryan Nuri. So when you want to compete all competition, you need the squad. And last season, we have 30, 40, 50 players. Like after that, 60, 70 minutes they were tired, and after they cannot rest because 3 days later have another one. And when that's happened, of course, and the players feel we are stronger than last season, we rely, and they rely on themselves a lot, and we had the feeling that, again, we control the games most of the time. Of course, you can finish it maybe more, but in Champions League, when you play against a third of the league, and this team, you cannot expect them sometimes have bad moments.
Pep Guardiola there. So we're going to talk to Coral around 8:15, whereas Arsenal, I think, are strong favourites now for the Premier League. Gab, if Arsenal are favourites, then who would you suggest are their closest challengers? Would it be City or Liverpool? Liverpool having a blip at the moment, we know.
The way Liverpool are going now, you have to say Manchester City. Like he says there, Aït-Nouri coming back, Cherky coming back, Marmoush coming back. He's got a full squad now to choose out. Phil Foden on the bench last night. So you've got to switch and say maybe Manchester City. But you are hoping that Liverpool sort out their defensive problems. Kirkes, Frimpong come good. Isak starts scoring goals. Salah gets over this poor form. But it's still early. A lot can change. Arsenal are the favourites.
What's wrong with Salah?
I don't know, mate. That chance in the last 10 minutes, I think it was, when it comes to him, like, Mo Salah normally guides that across the other side of the goal. Snatches at it. He snatched at it out like it was a young lad that had come on, and it was too much for him. Very odd for Mo Salah, but you can't write him off. He'll come good.
No, I couldn't understand that one, to be honest. Just lately, I've been watching him. It's almost as if his confidence has gone.
Oh, 100%. Even when he's cutting inside off that right-hand side, and he's trying to loft it through balls into Isak, they're not coming off. But Arne Slot's got to find out his best team out. If that means Isak sits out for a couple of games and Ekitike starts, he has to figure it out.
Yeah. That was a look at today's top headlines thanks to Movember. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Get ready with Movember on talkSPORT. Grow moustache, raise funds, save lives, and change the face of men's health. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Watching afternoon repeats and the food he eats in the country. He takes all manner of pills and piles up analyst bills in the country. Oh, it's like an animal farm, that's a rural charm in the country.
Country House by Blur. Why are we playing it, Katie?
Yes, so we're going to be giving a little bit of love for the countryside because Sir David Beckham is the guest editor of Country Life. He's talking about how he has cocker spaniels, a vegetable plot and even chickens. And he was inspired to do it by Guy Ritchie and Vinnie Jones. Now, we're seeing a lot more of this happening, aren't we, with celebrities moving to the countryside? Jeremy Clarkson, obviously, with the famous Clarkson's Farm, which I absolutely love.
Alan lives in the countryside.
Alan, you live and...
I've been getting Country Life every Wednesday for the last 20-odd years.
Wow. So how much do you love the countryside then?
Love it. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant. And it's a very, very, very good magazine.
Good.
You always find something in there, a little gem.
Oh,
so you'll be reading this one from Sir David Beckham?
Yeah, I get it every Wednesday. I get it.
There we go. So what are the pros of living in the countryside compared to the city, for example, Gabby here?
It's easy, you drive around, the pubs are better, you can walk your dog at the golf course, or you can go to...
Can't walk your dog in the city?
You can... Not really, no.
Why?
It's not
Not as much space, is there?
That's not the same,
Not scenic.
No, you can let them off in the country, Gab. You can go to country
that?
stores where the farmer grows his own stuff, and it's beautiful.
And
Absolutely
I believe you love your bird watching as well.
I do, but funny enough, yesterday I see a beautiful hawk sitting on my fence yesterday. If you look around carefully, you'll always see something. And I was looking this morning, leaving at 3:20. I was looking for the old badgers, but there was none about today. Or, you always see fox. You'll always say, I've got a mole. He's got to go. Old mole, he's got to go.
Oh, how'd you get rid of the mole?
Oh, it's not very nice.
Oh, no.
But it's beautiful. We've got buzzards. We've got kites.
Sounds amazing. Wow. Al, I know what we can do, Al. Me and you house swap for a week.
No.
Oh, we swap?
Like the holiday.
You come to Birmingham.
No.
Gabby, do you do much bird watching?
No, here we go.
It's called the Bel Air Club.
What birds? No, I don't. No, they annoy me, to be honest, birds.
Okay.
Yeah.
They annoy you?
Yeah, birds are annoying, aren't they?
No, they're not.
They are.
I fed mine yesterday.
Did you?
Yes.
What did you feed
What
them?
birds have you got?
Got loads, I've just told you, loads of birds.
Okay, not like chickens.
No, wild birds.
Wild birds. Have you got a favourite bird?
We've always had green woodpeckers.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
Always had families of them. I like the kites and the buzzards. I like them.
Where I live is...
The blackbird's my favourite, if I'm being honest.
Where I live in the city, there's not enough birds. You know what I mean? All in the countryside with Alan.
All out now, Alan's gav.
Yeah.
I mean, Gabby, would you ever ditch the city for the countryside after hearing all about...
Can't afford it, Katie. Maybe one day.
Was that one of your 5 properties? You can afford it.
Maybe one day in the future, I keep working hard and keep working with Alan. I'll be able to move to the countryside.
And I believe you're scared of the sea.
I don't like the sea.
You don't like the sea. Would you be willing, or would it be too scary enough to go into the deep dark forest, Harry Potter style?
Yeah, not for me.
Would you be able to do the countryside and the forest?
I'm a city boy. Katie, that's what they call him.
Where
the
were you
city
born,
boy.
Gab?
Say again.
Where were you born?
In Birmingham.
Were you?
Yeah, Sutton Coldfield. Sutton Coldfield.
Well, yeah, I'm watching Picky again.
Brilliant.
Are you? Love
Lovely.
it. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I don't like the sea, Katie.
Why not?
I don't know what's underneath you.
Okay, so scared of dark
water.
water.
Enough for crabs.
So finally, Alan, how would you sell a countryside move to Gabby?
Gabby would love it. Honestly, his kids would love it. Honestly, they would love it. It was beautiful. It depends, the Cotswolds, Gab. It's only down the road from you. Just go down the M5 past your training ground, your old training ground, down the M5. Come off at Broadway and have a look around there. It's stunning.
Do you think Rupert Bell will do me a deal on one of his acres?
Not a chance. No. Not a chance. No. Rupert is when they get money in the family and it's handed down, you get nothing from Rupert Bell.
Well, it's handed down.
It's just handed down. Clothes get handed down. Wine stock gets handed down. Everything gets handed down.
Would you like to live in the country, Katie?
I think so. Maybe later in life.
Maybe later, yeah.
I don't think you'd survive in the countryside, though.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't know if you'd be very hands-on.
No Nando's Deliveroo available.
I can't see you with a vegetable plot or chickens.
You walk in here, especially now, it's getting winter and the leaves, the autumn. The colours are fantastic. You walk in the leg and arms, the fire's roaring.
I'm going to come and stay with you for a couple of days.
Why don't you go for Christmas?
Yeah, I'm going to turn up, Al. I got your address of talkSPORT. I'm going to come and have a look, mate. See what it's all about.
Well, there's big gates you got to get through first, Gab.
There you
It's
go.
fine, man.
And the long
Back
lane.
gate.
I've seen you
Past all the birds.
I've seen you in there. You're scared of heights.
True. Heights, the
heights,
sea,
the sea.
everything. Scared of everything.
And birds as well.
Yeah, birds scare me the most.
Okay, well, there you go. You can read more about it. So David Beckham, the guest editor of Country Life.
I'm 20 minutes from the coast as well. It's beautiful. Honestly,
rub it in a bit.
Seaside. It's lovely.
Must
Then
be
you
nice.
go round a bit to Aldeburgh, Southwold, round a bit further, Norfolk coast. Beautiful.
There you go. What's not to like?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You changed my mind, Alan.
Off he goes to country.
Right, we're going to talk UFL coming up. We'll talk to Harry Redknapp coming up around 7:32. He'll be delighted with Coventry at the moment, but not West Ham. Oh, dear. Of course, Harry will be looking ahead to Monaco against Spurs last night. This is a game Tottenham have to win, surely. Katie, back later. 2 minutes to 7.
Everyone knows there are 20 managers in the Premier League, yeah? Well, actually, no. Around 3/4 of them are not managers. The terms manager and head coach are often used interchangeably to describe Premier League bosses, but they're actually two different jobs. So let's explain how and why. For years, fans referred to Mikel Arteta as Arsenal's manager, but I'm afraid technically...
I don't think so, no.
From his first day on the job, he was the Gunners' head coach. Let's pick a random moment in time, February 2025. Only 6 Premier League bosses actually held the official title of manager rather than head coach. Man City's Pep Guardiola, David Moyes of Everton, Ipswich boss Kieran McKenna, Southampton's Ivan Juric, Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace and Leicester's Ruud van Nistelrooy were the only actual managers of their respective teams. Everyone else? That's right, head coach, including Ruben Amorim at Man United. He took over from Erik ten Hag, a man who had held the title of manager. Might come as a surprise that Amorim's appointment marked the first time ever that Man United had a head coach instead of a manager. But to understand why they made that decision, you also have to get what the difference is between a head coach and a manager. A manager's got a huge range of responsibilities. They're not just in charge of training and player lineups, they're also heavily involved in player sales and transfers. Critical stuff. But a head coach's role is far more focused on team training and performance on the pitch. So whereas Ten Hag was highly involved with decisions around transfers during his tenure, the intention was that Amorim wouldn't be, at least not on the same level. And as the sporting structure at Man United changed under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, people like Sir Dave Brailsford took charge of transfers instead. How all those roles play out in practice may be slightly different at different clubs though. On the other hand, the contracts of actual managers like Pep or Moyes had no limits on their job role and their involvement with transfers and contracts. But those guys are actually in the minority now, and it's a change that's happened pretty quickly. In 2019, there were only 6 head coaches in the Premier League, but by 2025 there were 14. A clear indication that more and more clubs are moving towards a model where the guy in charge is actually only really in charge on the pitch. And the way things are going, it might not be long before all 20 clubs have got head coaches, and the job position of football manager in the top flight is no more.
Good morning, talkSPORT Breakfast with me and Gabby and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Now, what a night at the Emirates it was for the Gunners. 4 goals in 14 second-half minutes as Simeone's Atletico were thrashed in the end. So are Arsenal really the best team in the world right now?
Great flick Trossard and Martinelli with his first touches onto it. He's beyond the defender. He's into the area. Martinelli scores!
They've got a really good chance of doing something big this season.
It's all there for them.
When you look at the squad, absolutely outrageous.
Oh, this is turning into a glorious European night for Arsenal, because it's now Arsenal 4, Atletico Madrid 0. Victor Gyökeres at the double.
Our Arsenal, as of right now, the best team in the world.
Like they've got every base covered tonight. The expectation now is it can't be any higher.
This is the best Arsenal side I've seen, and since the other likes of Thierry Henry playing, right? And Arsene Wenger manager.
You watch the next 3 months. Arsenal, I suspect, will now go on an absolute tear.
Well, we want to be the kings of everything. On set pieces, the best in the world. High press, the best in the world. Attacking open spaces, the best in the world. The best at everything.
Is this Arsenal's time? Is this the season it all comes together?
Yeah, I don't want to get too carried away. No. I think Arsenal are doing well, but best team in the world. Whoa. You got a wee horses here.
No.
Arsenal really look the real deal, though. Top of the Premier League, 3 wins from 3 Champions League. You can't argue with that. No goals conceded. The 2 at the back are brilliant. Things are happening in North London. If you compare the Gunners to title rivals Liverpool, the Gunners have conceded 3 goals compared to Liverpool's 11. Just on Liverpool, Gab, I'm going to go on about Arsenal, but just on Liverpool, they don't worry me, right? They're not worrying me, but, away to Eintracht and then away to Brentford. And then after that becomes tough as well.
Brentford are a good team. Brentford are a very good side, very quick on the counter-attack.
What's just missing with Liverpool at the moment?
Well, if you look at the first goal, Van Dijk just jogging back, not sprinting back. When you see Gabriel and Saliba, they're sprinting back whenever they lose the ball.
A couple of weeks ago, I thought they were lazy at times.
Yeah, it was lazy, that first goal. Then Canate doesn't cover him.
I've been too harsh here.
No, you're not at all. And it's too easy to score past Liverpool at the moment. If you're going to score past Arsenal, it's going to be one hell of a goal. Even last night, Raya comes out and makes a mistake, and they take a quick throw, and then they nearly score. But it's got to take a real worldie to score past Arsenal now. But Liverpool, Al, just collectively as a team, just don't look right. Going forward, look a bit off it. The only plus I would say is that
4 times at the post against United.
So they're having chances.
Yeah.
But on another day, they beat Manchester United probably like 6-7-3. if everyone takes their chances. Bruno Fernandes had a great chance he missed. It will click for Liverpool, but you don't want that gap getting bigger and bigger with Arsenal head.
Yeah, well, last night on the Sports Bar, someone was saying that he thinks best team in the world.
No. PSG.
Long way to go.
Yeah.
I would say PSG at the moment, but look, they're up there. There's no doubt about it. Okay, 03717223344. Arsenal fans, is this your best team? Since the Invincibles, can you handle the pressure of being the favourites for the Premier and Champions League? It is tough. Gabby's an Arsenal fan, not this Gabby, another Gabby. Morning, Gab.
Good morning, Gabby.
Morning, Sir Brazil. Morning, Gabby, my brother. It's you know the song Return of the Mac. It's Return of the Gab.
That's it, mate. Gabby, you are my brother. Good morning.
Yes, come on, mate. So we've got me, Gabby. You've got you, Gabby. We've got Gabriel last night, and we've got Gabriel Martinelli last night. It was the Return of the Gabs, mate.
Yes, we're a team of Gabbies and Gabriels.
We're everywhere, and we've got the King Alan leading us all. That's how
Lovely.
it is.
No, listen, I think, Gab, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at the squad as well, and, you know, as the season goes on, the pressure will come on, but, you know, you look at your bench as well and the players to come back. What a chance this year. What a chance, mate.
I was there last night, Alan. I'm on 4 hours sleep, going up to Sideswell to go and tarmac up there. And as you know, our area and manor, when they put on a performance like that second half, I don't mind getting 4 hours sleep and putting myself under pressure, because they put themselves under pressure first half and they come out second half and bossed it. And the second half, they play like that all season. They'll even give PSG a run for their money.
Yes.
But first half, it was a little bit of a worry first half. We've got Mad Raya flying out because he's bored and he's got nothing to do. He very nearly got caught out there. But it's exciting times. I had this conversation with a Liverpool fan. I don't know if you both agree. Last year it wasn't the greatest of premierships, but I tell you what, PSG are leading the line for everybody to know that's the level that we all need to be at in Europe. We need to get to that level if we're going to win a trophy.
Gabby,
and
I think the scary thing for me is Odegaard out injured, Madueke out injured, and last night you brought on Mascara, Ben White, Wanyeri, Marino, Norgard, Trossard and Calafiori didn't come on. The options that you've got now are incredible.
It's Hinch Cappy. A couple of guys next to me said Hinch Cappy is phenomenal. I mean, I think it's just going to be game time and consistency that's going to be the thing that I think some of the other players are going to need. But Goalkeeping, you know, we didn't care how they come off the fire last night. You know, as well as, especially, I think he's very much like Alan. You know, our old number 9s back in the day. Goalkeeping is one of them. He, like yourself, really put himself about the pitch and just give defenders a hard time. That's what you want, really, and it's refreshing to see, I think, personally.
Nice one. Gab, I tell you what, you keep your nose clean, you'll be up in Sizewell for the next 10 years, I believe, mate. They tell me it's massive up there.
It is, Alan. It's a huge project. I think nearly 20 years. So we've got to power the whole east of the England, and myself and yourself in lovely near Milsons and our neck of the woods. We're very fortunate with where we live, Alan. I really do think people don't realise how beautiful East Anglia is, my friend.
Good man. Nice
man,
one,
Gabby.
Gab. Have a good day. Thank you. And a safe journey down there. The old busy road now, Sizewell.
How about you?
By the way, it's massive. You can't believe it. I've not been there yet, but friends of mine work there and they say you just can't believe how enormous it is. It's frightening.
Where is it by you?
It's by the sea down Leiston. Past Woodbridge on the east coast by the sea, but it's massive. But in terms of business, it's brilliant for the companies that are in there. Coming up, here we go. We'll talk Collegiate FC co-manager Andy Kirby. Do you know much about Collegiate FC, Gab?
No, but I seen that they had a game, didn't they?
They took on Wythenshawe FC on Sunday. Who's from Wythenshawe, Gab?
No idea, Alan. There you go.
Marcus
who?
Rashford.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Wythenshawe boy.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Marcus.
You don't even know what it is, do you?
Yeah, he's got to be Manchester way.
It's between Manchester and the airport. It's out there. Manchester Airport.
Oh, okay, so between Manchester and Manchester.
Between Manchester and Manchester Airport, YouTube. Hale, up that way, you know Hale, wouldn't you, when you're swanning around up there?
Not for me, Alan.
Right, let's say a very good morning to CBS football correspondent and a big Arsenal fan, James Benge joins us now.
Good morning, James.
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, James. James, you must have enjoyed that last night. It was very, very good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really impressive, comprehensive. I know the goals sort of came in a bit of a rush in the second half, but all the way through, other than that one mistake David Raya made, Arsenal were so clearly the better team. And I think it's really, really encouraging for where the club are and where they might be in 7-8 months' time.
So, James, Gabby and I were talking earlier, talking about the players that are going to come back from injury and your bench. You know, it's all there now, isn't it? This is a brilliant opportunity. I think we'll start with the Premier League, and if you can go further in the Champions League, that's a huge bonus. But the Premier League, Arsenal now favourites to win it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I heard you guys talking about Liverpool as well. It's the thing of, at the moment, you don't know when there's a game that Liverpool might concede 2 goals, 3 goals even, and that makes it so hard for them to win. I would be surprised in most games if Arsenal conceded more than 1. The best defensive record, the best start to a season defensively in their history, and it really isn't a fluke either. This is quality players and a team from front to back that organise themselves and really embrace the defending. I mean, one thing that struck me was in that first half, Bukayo Saka was pressing like a demon and forcing all these loose passes from Atletico Madrid players, and that really is how you keep yourself down to 3 goals conceded so far this season. Is everyone embraces the defensive work, and I mean, we've seen right the way through Arteta's reign that that's the case. So I don't see why it would change over the next few months.
James, you're spot on, and even the players that come on yesterday, they're at it as well, because these players are not daft. They know what records are out there. They know Chelsea's record of how many goals they concede in the Premier League. And they've got 9 clean sheets this season. It's their 4th in a row. They understand how important it is to keep clean sheets, isn't it? Because you always got a chance. Yesterday, it was a bit of a tricky first half. Second half, set piece. You know Arsenal got a set piece in their locker. So if you know you can score from set pieces, if you're struggling during a game and you don't concede, going to win every game, aren't you?
Yeah, it makes the world of difference. I do think you see a lot of other teams trying to ape Arsenal's set-piece approach, and I'm a little bit sceptical how effective that's going to be if you don't have Rice and Saka taking them and pick Gabriel to aim at. I mean, it's a cheat code, really, when Rice gets the delivery right, and if Gabriel can get away, it's a goal. But like you say, this is a team that also really embraces the defending side. It was about 90 seconds after Gabriel's goal and the celebrations there, he was roaring even more loudly just for a blocked shot. He was going wild because he just blocked the shot. That is Arsenal.
Yeah, listen, thank you, James. Keep it going.
James.
Thank you, James Benge there, who's CBS football correspondent. And as you heard, they're a big Arsenal.
They're in a good place, Sal.
Yeah, but it's not just Arsenal. We've got to talk about Newcastle. We've got to talk about City as well in the games tonight, haven't we?
And Celtic.
I don't want to. I said before last week, there's something wrong. There's something.
See the protest?
Look, what a chance for Hearts, by the way. And it's
Celtic are still favourites, though.
It's Hearts Celtic the weekend.
But they're still favourites, which baffles me.
Something not right at Celtic. We know Rangers have got the problems. They've got the new guy coming in, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. He's bringing his brother in to help coaching as well. Yeah, Danny Rowe.
I watched the Celtic game, Al. I watched the game, Al. Celtic weren't great, though. I know they got caught on a counter
possession, but oh dear,
terrible.
No, not good. So it's about time Hearts or Hibs had a challenge, and there's no doubt we said it before. Tony Bloom,
take your Celtic hat off, because I was asking a few Celtic fans this question: would it be good for Scottish football if Hearts do win the league?
It's difficult, Gab, because Celtic's my team, but it'd make a massive change. And it'd give everyone a lot of hope if that was the case.
Yes.
Rangers, we know it's going to take a while to sort. Celtic will sort it, and they'll sort it quickly because the supporters won't have it. They won't have it. And I'd just like to know where Brendan sits at this moment in time. Is he happy? Is there something bothering him? Because it's clearly the team are not playing with that togetherness and that passion at the moment. There's something's missing.
Yes, totally
fair
agree.
Due to Hearts.
Yes.
Was that. Coming up, is it fair for former Premier League players to be winning 6 or 7 every week in the Cheshire Seniors League? What? We'll find out next. Okay, talkSPORT breakfast with Gabby. Now, it's not a happy time to be a Hammer, is it? Oh, dear. West Ham, 19th with only one win in the first 8 games. Relegation, I'm afraid, is a genuine fear now amongst the West Ham fans. And on White and Jordan yesterday, former Palace owner Simon told the fans there's a limit to what they can achieve anyway.
I can't see, unless someone can explain to me, why they think that anybody is going to rock in, what they think someone's going to do. Why would you spend... There's a ceiling to West Ham. I'm sorry, there is. They're a great football club. I admire them. I grew up watching all the Trevor Brookings of the world and loved Alan Devonshire and all that sort of crowd. Got it. Right?
Yeah.
And of course, go back to the World Cup. Yes, we know all that.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is who's going to come in? You've got a Czech billionaire that can't even deliver the Royal Mail. So who's going to come in and start building West Ham up to the idea of what the West Ham fans supposedly think they're entitled to?
He makes some good points, Simon. I don't think West Ham should be fighting relegation, though, Gab. Do you know what I mean? But am I excited about their starting 11? No, I'm not.
Al, when you go and win the Conference League under David Moyes, the fans are probably thinking, let's push on now.
Yeah.
Can we break into the top 4? Can we go into the Champions League?
They have home and away.
Look at what Villa have done, breaking into the Champions League. Why have West Ham gone backwards? That's what fans want to understand. The stadium, yes, they're renting the stadium. It's a problem.
I wouldn't blame it on the stadium because Highbury was brilliant. And Arsenal have just got on with it, you know. Man City, Main Road, I used to love playing. Everton, I used to love playing.
Al, the problem is, though...
Too far away?
Too far away from the pitch.
I know, but I've been there also, Gab, when it's been red hot, the atmosphere. I've been to a West Ham game when they played really well.
Yes, and the fans are...
Yeah, so, but again, you know, we talked about Celtic and Rangers earlier. West Ham... Big club, big, as I say, away from home, you can't get a ticket.
Of course, fan base.
Yeah, and they need something, but can I get excited about it? No, and
No.
look, we're going to talk to Alex Neil later.
Of course.
Millwall could come up, West Ham could go down.
No, but as well, though, do West Ham fans want to hear Simon saying that there's a ceiling? Well, when you've got the fan base they have and the history, what's the ceiling then for West Ham?
I think what Simon means, I don't want to talk for Simon, but he probably feels that they're not an Arsenal, they're not a Liverpool, they're not a Man City.
No.
Can they get up there with the Chelseas, the Spurs, the Man United?
Why can't they go and qualify for the Champions League? That's what their fans will want.
They won't spend the money at the moment.
Yeah.
They won't. They're not spending money. So I think West Ham are a mid-table side, maybe slightly better than mid-table, no more than that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, they're certainly a mile away from it.
Yeah, they're struggling,
Sorry.
mate.
Okay, now it's been a little while since these lads scored Premier League goals, but they're continuing to bang them in and enjoying themselves, and it's down the pyramid.
Jolyon Lescott rises and scores his first international goal for England.
Emil Heskey, could it be 5? Yes, it is!
Cisse. Oh, that is sensational!
Yeah, some of the former Premier League players who ripped it up over the weekend for Sunday league outfit, Withenshaw against the unfortunate Collegiate. Papa Cisse scored all 6 as the game finished 6-2. He got all 6. Collegiate FC found themselves up against 822 top-flight appearances and 62 England caps in the Cheshire Veterans Premier League. For more, we're joined by the Collegiate co-manager, Adam Kirby. Adam, oh dear. Adam, morning. Hiya, pal.
Good morning, Andy.
Morning, mate. It's Andy, by the way.
Andy.
Andy, it's very, very difficult, isn't it? Dear. You know, look, at the end of the day, I think players now keep themselves fitter after they finish playing football. So that's another barrier you've got to overcome. And they're clearly enjoying themselves. And when you get a few of them in the same side, it's difficult.
Yeah, it certainly is, to be honest. But I say we knew a little bit about them before we went up there because we've seen the full-time team sheets and we kept on signing players. So it was a great, you know what I mean, to be honest. But we give them a good game, to be honest. It was a lovely day as well.
Andy, who stood out for the team? Was it Stephen Ireland? Because I played with Stephen. He's a top player, isn't he?
Yeah, Stephen Ireland, he's still got that little bit of magic, his little flicks, his turns, he's got pace and that, but Pape was good as well, to be honest. The Figaro was good, Nasi was good, but yeah, what can you do? You know what I mean? When you're up against something like that.
What did you say to the boys at the end of the game, Andy? What was, when they all sat down, chucked the boots off, what did you say to them?
To be honest, I speak to the manager quite a bit from this Wythenshawe, and our changing room was pretty cool and relaxed, to be honest. They had all the music on. We were just kind of little small team, just playing against Premier League outlets, and we just played our own game. We didn't change any tactics for them because let them play us, you know what I mean? And to be honest, to be fair, we went 1-0 up to it. To be honest, it's good split pass move right the way through them, and one of our lads just went right the way through, scored, put us 1-0 up, to be honest.
What sort of crowds was there? Did you have a decent crowd?
I think there was just under 300, to be honest.
Yeah. Is that normal for that standard or not?
Well, it's not normal for us. I think we have a standard 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah.
So, Andy, you know, Papa Cisse scored 6, what a player he was, but Emil, Jolyon, Stephen Ireland, did they play every week or just now and then? Do they join?
No, I think they've all signed on and they're all willing to play. I think Lescott was on holiday. George Boyd, a little story for you to be quick. I spoke to the manager the day before, and he was just saying that George Boyd was probably starting ahead of Cisse this week. I was like, really?
Yeah. Well, listen, Andy, keep us in touch because, down the leagues, it's nice to see the old players playing as well. And it's good for the kids coming through your side to play against these guys, surely.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the return leg as well to
Lovely.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And this is what we're asking for. So, Gabby, Jamie O'Hara, do you fancy having a sign on for us?
Let's talk afterwards, mate. Let's talk figures. It's
£10 a game to play for us, so yeah.
15, please, and we have a deal.
Yeah, definitely, if you can. Just a quick one, Gabby, before you go. The lad Kieran who runs our league, he's a massive Villa fan, and he told me, I told him I was on the radio today about you, and he said just to say hi, and he'd like to go up and see you, but he wants you to sign for collegiate.
Okay, deal, mate. Let's get it done. Why not? I'll get to kick Emil, Stephen Ireland, and Jolyon, Meg's teammates. Why not?
Andy, good luck in the return leg. Thank you.
Good luck, mate.
There you go, Andy Kirby, Collegiate FC co-manager. Crikey, you get a few. Them boys will still be half fit as well.
The only problem though, Al, I have with it is that people would want to kick me.
Yeah, but
that's the problem.
I played down there. When I finished, someone said, "Come and help us out" a few times. And now and again, someone catches you, but you're hopefully a little bit more.
You're not protected, though, are you? That's the problem.
No, you're not protected, but you're a little bit more clever.
Yes.
Get out of the way quicker or leave your foot in there. Go on, if you want to kick.
Leave your foot in?
That. Yeah, kick that. Right, Harry Redknapp coming up just after 7:30, and Katie will be back.
Football fans all have stadiums we love, but do any of us have a pitch we love? It might sound like an odd question, but pitches can be different sizes with big consequences. Why is that? And what are the actual rules behind it? Back when association football started, pitches could be 100 metres wide and 200 metres long. That's longer than Ellen Road. Not the pitch, the stadium. Anyway, UEFA wanted a standard across Europe, which became 105 metres long and 68 metres wide. But some clubs had been rebels, not intentionally, but because of the stadiums. Take Highbury, for example. It was 5 metres shorter and a metre narrower, meaning away sides had a challenge just to adjust. Today, Forest Pitch at the City Ground is a big one, 2 metres wider than others. But the smallest of all? Craven Cottage, just 100 metres long and 65 metres wide. There are a couple of crazy outliers in Europe too, such as Napoli's home ground, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, where the pitch is a whopping 110 metres long. So UEFA have their standards, so do the FA, but they give pitches in England some wiggle room. Pitches can be anywhere between 90 and 120 metres long, between 45 and 90 metres wide. Just imagine a pitch that's 120 metres long and 45 wide. Madness. So there you have it. There is a standard size and most teams do generally follow it. But as we all know, size doesn't matter, does it?
Okay, 7:34 talkSPORT breakfast with me and Gabby, and our friends at Arnold Clark get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Now have a listen, here's a cracker. Your chance to win talkSPORT's biggest cash prize ever. Yep. As you play to win up to £100,000 and is completely tax-free. Plus, you get to visit talkSPORT Towers on Thursday the 13th of November to play for that incredible cash prize. Here's how you enter. Listen.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Yeah, good luck with that. Now, championship action continued last night with Cov, the Sky Blues, retaining the lead at the top of the league with a 2-1 victory away down at Pompey. Frank Lampard's side are unbeaten after 11 games, winning 7, 4 points clear at the top. It's the best start to a league campaign in Coventry's history. Sky Blues boss spoke after the game on how pleased he is with his team's start to the season.
Listen, people will get excited, and I know that, and maybe it ramps up more when you win games. That's fine. Our job is to stay on it and stay diligent and understand that if we drop any standards, we won't have that. So we must keep going. We are happy with the start. Obviously, performance is good. We've got results, but we know what this league can do to you if you relax. So no relaxing, but very, very happy with the start.
It has been a great start. Plus, they had a real good season last year, didn't they?
Unlucky, weren't they? That result against Sunderland was hard one to take.
What a stepping stone this could be for Frank. Oh, if Frank can get Coventry up or even win it, I'm not saying move on. You know, if he can get Coventry into the Premier, then there's a great chance, you know, that he'll eventually move on, to a big side.
Yeah, what I like about him, though, he's saying the right things, not getting carried away. Out, he knows it's still so early. A lot can change during the championship. It's a long old season, only 4 points ahead of second place. So it's going well. Hopefully they can continue it. Big club, by the way.
Yeah.
Coventry.
Now, let's bring in a man who has an affiliation with both the teams playing in that game last night. Harry Redknapp is here. Harry, good morning, Harry.
Morning, Harry.
Alan, Gabby, good morning.
Morning, mate.
Harry, your former side, Pompey against Frankie's Coventry, and what a start Cov have had.
Unbelievable. I mean, I really felt last night would be a real test, you know, to go to Pompey in a midweek with that atmosphere that the fans there create. I thought maybe it might be the run might come to an end, you know. I thought maybe if they get a point, they'd be happy. But to pick up 3 points there was a great result for them.
Do you know what, Harry? I look at that league, and it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Further up there, Millwall. We're going to talk to Alex Neil a little bit later. You know what a run they're having.
Yeah.
You know, West Brom, Leicester, their top half, and then the East Anglian side, Ipswich struggling a wee bit. Norwich are having a nightmare. So
Well,
it's some league.
Yeah, the teams you fancied at the start, Alan, really. I mean, you'd have thought Ipswich were my favourites. You know, I thought they'd come back.
Yes.
You know, strengthen the squad. I thought they're the team this year. They've had a nightmare, haven't they? I mean, that result last night, you know, my God, I couldn't see that coming last night to Charlton. Charlton have done well. Nathan Jones has done a great job at Charlton. But I couldn't see them going in and beating Ipswich like that. Southampton have been the same this year. Massive disappointment.
Yeah.
Look where they are. They were the teams that you'd have thought at the start of the year. But listen, a long way. I think Sheffield United will come on a run.
Yes.
I think Wilder, they had a big result last night at Blackburn. I think they're a team that could come. I know they're way off the pace still at the moment, or position-wise, but there's not that many points in it that they can't go on a run. I think they will.
Yeah. Harry, last week, Villa, Gabby's Villa, big result with Spurs. Spurs have got to bounce back tonight, haven't they? And they should do against Monaco. We're not talking about one of the big European giants here.
Oh, no, it's a game you've got to expect them to. I mean, they've had some funny results, Tottenham. I mean, Bournemouth went there and absolutely murdered them. Villa's gone there and beat them fair and square. So, you know, 2 home games where you'd have thought, well, they'll probably... But they've been well beaten in both sides by better teams on the day. So, yeah, the Champions League, Monaco... I still struggle to get my head around all the format, Alan. There's so many games, you know. I still like a bit of a knockout, you know. It's best 16 teams in Europe or something, go and, you know, knock each other about and play. But now it's game after game after game. I wouldn't know who's top and who's not at the moment in them divisions, you know.
I felt the atmosphere. I went to the game, Harry, on Sunday, and I thought the atmosphere wasn't great at the Spurs Stadium. Seemed a bit quiet. The players were throwing their arms up whenever they won a corner, asking for the fans for a bit more. It seemed a bit odd, to be honest.
Did it? Yeah. Sometimes, Gabby, that happens. They leave the old stadium where there was a great atmosphere. It's a bit like West Ham now, isn't it? That lacks atmosphere compared to, you know, where they used to play at Upton Park. Nowhere near the same. So, it makes a difference. You know, I'm still. That's a big thing in Bournemouth's favour. You know, 11,500 people there every game. It just creates a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
So sometimes you end up with these great big stadiums and you lose the atmosphere.
Harry, talking about that, West Ham, they go to Ellen Road, which is not easy. You know, they're playing with so much spirit. They pass the ball well. Leeds.
Yeah.
It's live on talkSPORT, and I'll be listening, and I'm just thinking, where do West Ham go here? Where is it? What is the target? Is it top half, Harry? Is that the best we can expect?
No, I think it's survival, Alan. I must be truthful, you know.
Really?
I'm sorry to say that, but that's how I see them at the moment. They're going to want to make sure they survive because, you know, at the moment, the teams that came up, Sunderland, they're going ever so well. You know, Burnley got a result last weekend. Leeds could still always be that. You know, there might be 1 or 2 of them might stay up this year against all, like, you know, it's not normal. Normally, last few years, the 3 that come up go down. But maybe this year, somebody's going to get dragged in. Wolves certainly look like they could be in big danger. West Ham could be. Brentford are going well.
Yes.
Done well. He's done a great job there, you know.
Harry, there's been a lot of talk from West Ham fans about they're not happy with the stadium. They want to make changes to it. Too far from the pitch. Obviously, Upton Park, I played there. It was really tough to play there. You know, the fans give you all sorts so close to the pitch. But the form at the London Stadium, Harry, they've won only 2 of the last 13 home games. This calendar year, they've only won 2. That was in January, 3-2 win against Fulham at home, And February, they beat Leicester 2-0 at home. Lost their last 5 as well. It's dreadful form, isn't it, at the London Stadium?
It is, yeah. And I must be honest, Gabby, I look at the team, you take Bowen out of the team, you start to look at that team, you think, my God, it looks a very average team, I must be truthful. He's got his work cut out there, Nuno. You know, he's gone in there and he's got it all to do, I think. If he keeps them up and gets them out of trouble.
Defensively as well, Harry. I was watching the game and I'm just like, come on, Gilman, Tadibo, come on, make a tackle, win a header. It was so easy, wasn't it, for Brentford to keep getting through?
Oh, they were so passive, weren't they?
Oh.
As you say, it wasn't like a team that was fighting for results. You know, it was. So I do think it's going to be a long, hard season. I hope I'm wrong, but staying up this year for me would be I'd settle for that now.
Harry, just a quick one, a last one on Sean Dyche in at Forest.
Yeah.
I look at the table, Forest 1 point above West Ham. Not good after a cracking season last year. Can he pull them clear of any danger?
Yes, he can. I was with him last week. He said to me, Harry, I'm enjoying my life. I'm playing golf. Me and Wayne, Tony, we're out on the golf balls. What do I need all that aggro for, mate? It's weird in my life now, you know. Then next thing, bang, he's back in. I love him. Dyche is a great guy, and he'll go in there. Forest will be okay. They'll be okay now, I'm sure.
But that's the problem, Harry, isn't it? You know, when it's in your blood and you get a chance, you think, I could. And looking at he'll look at that league table and think, I can get them bang out of trouble. Don't worry about that.
Absolutely, nice big staying up bonus. They'll be flying. They'll be flying. Don't worry, they'll be okay.
Lovely,
really good.
Harry, nice one.
Top man, Harry.
Great day, lads.
Thanks,
you, mate.
Harry Redknapp.
See you, boys.
Yeah, it's difficult to say no. And
Neil Warnock, he can never say no, could he?
Yeah,
it's hard.
It wouldn't surprise me if Big Sam come back as well.
Exactly. I think he would if he could. If he got the offer, definitely.
Okay, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
I think the last time I was down in Monaco, I met this guy, a footballing legend, will join us for a chat, and he played for them.
Hoddle with a beautiful piece of skill. What a magnificent goal by Glenn Hoddle.
That might have been just against Watford, that one. Cracker. Oh, yeah, the one and only Glenn Hoddle will be here for more and where the fans are getting fed up with Thomas Frank. Ooh, I had a Tottenham's game against Monaco live on talkSPORT 2. Tottenham can win that, surely. Also, Chelsea in action. Can they win anything with kids? Glenn will tell us. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
Thanks to Harry Redknapp there. Right, talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby. Would we know this Wednesday morning? Well, Gyökeres ended his 8-game goal drought with 2 goals, a brace in Arsenal's 4-0 win last night over the Atletico. The Gunners have now won 6 on the bounce. In all competitions, Newcastle and City also won the Champions League games. Manchester United have opened informal talks with Harry Maguire over a 1-year extension. talkSPORT understands. And this Saturday night, talkSPORT brings you live heavyweight boxing. Good fight this. Joseph Parker and Ipswich's Fabio Wardley fight for the WBO interim heavyweight title at London's O2 Arena. A lot of town fans will be there. Hopefully cheer them up after last night. Dear, oh dear. Wardley joined talkSPORT yesterday and says the pressure is on Parker.
Public perception, outward looking, bookies and all of that. Look, they all have me as the underdog in this, which is, I think, quite refreshing for me, to be honest. I think it's been a long time where I've been kind of on I've been on that end of the stick. So yeah, look, it's pressure off for me. I know myself, I know my skills, I know my abilities. I've done my study and I know where Joe's got his weak points, and I'm looking to exploit those on Saturday night.
2 nice guys, by the way. I know Joe, he's been in here a few times. Joseph, lovely guy. And he's improved big style, and he rightly should be favourite. Whereas Fabio, big town fan, nice guy, real nice guy, will have he'll have the majority of support at the O2.
Listen,
but Parker should be favourite.
Yeah, Parker will be favourite. I mean, Parker's he's on a pathway, isn't he? He wants to go and fight Usyk. He wants to fight Dubois, which got cancelled. But Fabio Wardley, his last fight, he was struggling, wasn't he? But then hits that knockout blow. It'll be a great fight out. And there's nothing better when the weekend's on the way, Alan, and there's a big boxing fight on.
Yeah.
Big card too.
Oh, absolutely. The winner will all but guarantee themselves a shot at one of the undisputed championships. It'll be either Usyk, as Gabby says. Watch live this Saturday, only on DAZN, okay? So that should be a great fight.
Yes.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Buy now at dazn.com/boxing.
Murphy right across the face of the 6-yard box, and Anthony Gordon couldn't miss.
Yeah, it was a knockout goal for Anthony Gordon and Newcastle last night, opening the scoring live on talkSPORT. And Katie is back with us for some more. Katie.
Exactly. After Anthony Gordon is in such good form at the moment, becoming the first Newcastle player to score 3 Champions League goals in a row now, after scoring last night in their win over Benfica. We're thinking he's bang in form in the right time, a World Cup year coming up, and it's got us thinking, is he the front runner for England in that left wing position, Gabby?
Oh, I think he has to be on current form, but I know someone who's pushing him hard. That's Marcus Rashford. 2 goals last night. That's 4 Champions League goals for him. He's in the form of the last 3 years, and he's enjoying his football now, Marcus. But all Anthony Gordon can do is keep putting these performances, keep scoring goals, like you says there, 3 in a row in the Champions League. Can he try and get more goals in the Premier League as well? But when you look at the squads that Thomas Tuchel's been picking, he's in there. He's starting games. So I don't see that changing really between now and the summer.
Well, Anthony Gordon, started the last 3 England games under Thomas Tuchel, scored in his last game for England too. So, Alan, who starts for you in that left-wing position, Gordon or Rashford?
I think a lot can happen, to be honest, Katie. You know, you look at Palmer, Foden, Gordon, Rashford, you know, is there room for... there's 4 top players there. I think it's all down to form at the time when he picks his squad and injuries and stuff like that. So I wouldn't get too carried away just yet. But Rashford, as we spoke about earlier, Gabby and I, you know, he went there and everyone was saying he's washed out, it's over, you know, It's gone. And he had the balls, let's be honest, to go to somewhere like Barcelona and say, no, I'm good enough. And he's proven it now. So I take my hat off to him, I really do.
Yeah, he scored 2 for Barcelona last night, and then scored 4 goals in 3 Champions League games. Gabs, if you were the striker, who would you rather have on the left?
Oh, what a question that is.
What do they offer you in terms of service, for example?
I think with Rashford, you're probably going to get he's going to want to cut in and take more shots off. So I'll probably say Gordon as a striker, because I think you'll get more crosses into the box, maybe a bit more unselfish. Rashford likes to maybe creep into that centre forward position and cut inside, and we know what he can do from outside the box. But what a problem to have. And let's not forget Jack Grealish, who's started the season off very well as well. You've got Eze off that side as well. But Marcus Rashford, for me, when you're doing it at a club like Barcelona, I think he's got 5 goals, 5 assists in 12 games so far for Barcelona. If he continues that sort of form, then it's going to be hard to choose for Thomas Tuchel.
Where does that leave Eze and Grealish then? For example, Grealish only scoring 4 goals in 41 games for City and Everton. So you feel as though Grealish, out of those 4, has the most to do to have a chance to be at the World Cup.
100%, and he'll know that. He will know that he's got to be at it. He'll be frustrated that he missed the game on the weekend against Manchester City. Obviously, because he used to play for them, he couldn't play because he's at Manchester City and he's on loan and he couldn't play in that game. But he'll know he's got a lot of work to do. He'll know that he needs to score more goals, and that's what he will do. You know, he started the season off very well, and he won't give up on that World Cup spot. He won't, Katie. Knowing him, he'll be doing everything he can to be on that plane.
Jack's more of, you look at Rashford, direct, Gordon, pace, direct. Jack's opposite. Jack's a ball carrier, isn't he?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's an interesting one for Thomas Tuchel to decide what he needs for the balance of the team.
Like Alan says, a lot can happen. Injuries. How many times have we seen tournaments where players are in great seasons and get injured, and you're like, oh, he's not going to be right. You know, players can be in form now, but then it might go 10, 15 games without a goal. So a lot will change now.
Do you think it's Gordon and Rashford's to lose then on the left?
I think if they continue form like they're doing this season so far, then definitely one of them will start 100%. But if you're Grealish, if you're Eze who wants to play on that left-hand side, prefers it over there, and there's other players, Foden will want to get into it, Palmer. Last tournament, we were all moaning about why is Gareth Southgate playing Foden on the left? It wasn't working. You know, but at least now we look at Thomas Tuchel will play a proper left winger on that
Palmer's
side.
got to play somewhere.
Yeah.
Where?
If he's fit, I don't care. He's got to play because he creates. He's brilliant. He can score goals. I think Palmer's got to play.
But where though? Because you've got Saka out on the right. What you're going to
Rodgers or Bellingham as a 10.
Bellingham potentially coming in the next international break, and then I think that Thomas Tuchel is going to have to leave a big name out. It's just who it's going to be. Whether it's going to be Phil Foden,
I know
it's going to be Jack Grealish going to be potentially left at home. Gabs, there's going to be a big name left at home.
It's going to be difficult for him as well because Madueke he will be back as well. So you say Madueke and Saka will be on that right hand side. Does Bowen make it either? You know, well, how West Ham are playing at the moment and this season, will that affect Bowen's chances of going to the tournament? So a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Danny Welbeck, weren't we? On Monday. Danny Welbeck's in great form. Will he go?
No.
He was asked that, and actually he said, I'm focusing on Brighton. Because think of how many people he's got ahead of him at the age that he is, with all
I doubt it. But listen, he just wants to enjoy himself with Brighton, scoring goals in the Premier, fantastic. If he gets a game, international call-up, it's brilliant. It's a massive bonus, but I don't think it'd be dreaming of the World Cup. I really don't.
I mean, if one of those 4 players we've spoken about is through on goal in a World Cup semi-final, who would you want it to be? Saying Rashford, Gordon, Grealish, or let's say Eze?
I'll say Rashford. I think Rashford's the best goal scorer out of all of them because even Gordon likes to miss chances. His Premier League record's not great since he's got to Newcastle.
Will he work harder getting back though, Gordon?
Oh, of course, yeah. But the question Katie says, I'll say Rashford. Rashford's the goal scorer out of all of them. What about you, Katie? What do you think?
I think Marcus Rashford has that creative flair that in the last moments of a game can just switch on. I think he's also got a few more levels to go. So
totally agree.
So
top player.
See, but lots of problems for Thomas Tuchel.
Well, that's what he gets paid for. Katie, back tomorrow?
Yes, back tomorrow.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's go. 03717 223344. Do you think Anthony Gordon is one of the best English players right now, or is he too wasteful? Gabby touched on that there. We want to hear from you on that. Coming up, we're joined by one of Britain's top sportsmen right now, undisputed UFC. The heavyweight world champion, Tom Aspinall, is with us next.
How did it all come crashing down for Wales so suddenly? In his first tenure in charge, Warren Gatland built a dynasty, taking young guns and turning them into giants, not just for Wales, but for the Lions as well. 4 Six Nations titles, 3 of them Grand Slams, and in 2019, a world #1 ranking. But then, a record drop-off, golden generation all but gone, a first wooden spoon for 21 years, and 14 losses on the bounce. Why? Perhaps the main reason was poor spending. During Gatland's first tenure, the WRU committed its funds to world-leading training facilities for the national side, but underinvested in the club scene. Despite Ireland raking in similar overall revenues, its union would be committing up to £30 million a year more than Wales to their provincial clubs. In 2023, a report found the WRU had flitted away an £84 million TV deal on the purchase of a Cardiff hotel and a zip wire above the Principality. At the same time, the regional budgets and salary caps were being slashed, and they're still being cut. Add this to a distinct lack of player pathways when compared to the private school-fueled setups in Ireland, Scotland and England, the continuous rise of football's popularity and generational talents going elsewhere. It all meant when Abby Tierney became CEO, having never worked in sport before, she had a mountain to climb. And yet the beauty of sport, of course, is it isn't played in the boardroom, and sometimes it takes surprisingly little for the narrative to shift almost overnight. When Gatland left for the second time, interim coach Matt Sherratt only had 3 training sessions before Wales' next game, but the team looked unrecognisable, and all he did was pick players in the right positions and provide a bit of attacking structure. Suddenly, Wales were back pushing Ireland to the wire. As Gatland's first tenure taught us, for Wales' success to be sustainable, once the books are balanced, the regions need more money, salary caps need boosting, player pathways need investment. But it doesn't have to mean Wales lose every game in the meantime.
Coming up 8:05, Alan Brazil and Gabby and Arnold Clark get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. On the way for you this morning, Arsenal legend David Seaman will be with us after a brilliant win for Arsenal 4-0 over Atletico Madrid. We'll be asking David if this Arsenal side is as good as his title-winning sides. Gabby, do you think Arsenal fans are in danger of getting a wee bit carried away? We're not November yet.
No, I do not. I look at an Arsenal side. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be getting carried away, and rightly so, because not conceding goals, scoring goals off set pieces and open play, so many players to choose out of, healthy squad. It's all looking rosy for Arsenal.
David Seaman coming up, and the Spurs and Chelsea are both in Champions League action tonight. Former manager of both clubs, Glenn Hoddle, will join us to preview the games. And as Liverpool look to avoid the 5th straight defeat, can you believe it? Away at Frankfurt tonight, former Reds midfielder Charlie Adam will look ahead to that one, and we'll have his say on Rangers with Danny Rowe's appointment at Glasgow Rangers at Ibrox. 03717223344. That's the number to call. We just asked, is Anthony Gordon ready to be a star player for England, or is he too wasteful? I wouldn't say wasteful. Jeff's a Newcastle fan. Morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Jeff.
Morning, boys. How we doing?
Good, thank you. Mate. Nice one, Jeff. What do you think?
So I think Anthony Gordon is the most consistent left winger England have available at the moment. So he's got to get the start. He's not wasteful. He's creating so much.
Yeah.
Rashford's great, but he's much more of that X factor you bring off the bench. You know, the player that you come on when you need a goal. You're 1-0 down with 5 minutes to go, and he might just create that spark of magic. But for 90 minutes, you know, I think you want Gordon to play to the system to start on that flank.
Fair.
I wouldn't. I'm with Jeff. I wouldn't say he's wasteful. I think he gets in that box with a horse, and yeah, he doesn't take every chance, but at the same time,
there's been many. There's been many times though where he has ran through 1v1 and he just missed chances, doesn't he? But that's not a problem. That happens, doesn't it? So he can create goals.
Go back in there.
Exactly.
You miss one, go in for another one.
Yes.
Jeff, I'm with you, Jeff. I think he's got every chance. Thank you, my friend. Jeff there on Anthony Gordon. You know the number, 03717223344. Andy Gordon, is he ready to be a star player for England or not? Okay. Let's turn our attention now to UFC. And what a brilliant night we have in store. This Saturday. It's the return of someone, well, very special.
slip.
He's done it! What a moment for Tom Aspinall! That is the biggest win of his career.
Yeah, this Saturday from 7 o'clock, fans will be able to watch UFC 3-2-1 as Tom Aspinall makes his first defence of his heavyweight title against Cyril Gain, exclusively live on TNT Sports Box Office. And these are big guys, by the way. Is it £265, something like that? Brilliant. That's right. Finally, well, over a year, undisputed heavyweight world champion Tom Aspinall is returning to the octagon in the main event of the UFC 3-2-1 in Abu Dhabi. 7 o'clock, from 7, fans will be able to watch UFC 3-2-1 as Tom makes his first defence of his heavyweight title against Cyril Gain, exclusively live on TNT Sports Box Office. So let's get a bit more on the fight itself. Let's cross over to the man himself, Tom Aspinall. Tom, a very good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome,
pleasure.
Tom. Is it around a year? Why so long waiting for this fight, Tom?
Oh, nothing to do with me. It was more political reasons within the UFC. I was ready to fight for over a year now, so the time is finally almost here. We've got a few days left to go, and I'm all ready to go.
How are you preparing for this fight, Tom? Because I've watched Garner, and he's dangerous, isn't he, mate? Dangerous, obviously with his hands, dangerous on the floor as well. How's the training been to cope with him?
Training's been really good, you know. I mean, it's MMA. You never really know what's going to happen. It's the most unpredictable sport, and the heavyweight division is the most unpredictable division in the most unpredictable sport. So you just got to be ready for everything. Obviously, we've prepared specifically for what he's going to do, but ultimately, you have no idea what the other guy's going to do. So I've got to be ready for everything.
How frustrating can it be, though? Because your last fight was July 2024, over 15 months ago, and you look like you're fit, ready to fight, and you're in your prime at 32. It must be so frustrating to not be out there more regular.
Yeah, well, fighting's my job, and I was held back from going to work for over a year for no reason, really. No fault of my own, anyway.
Of course.
So yeah, that's pretty frustrating when I'm healthy, and I'm not injured, and I'm ready to go. You know, every athlete, no matter what sport you're in, we've all got a sell-by date. We've all got an end, a time when we can't do it anymore. Our bodies are just not going to be able to do it anymore. And while I'm still fit, I want to do it as much as possible. So, pretty frustrating, but it's all in the past now. We're ready to move on.
Lovely.
Tom, is it getting bigger, UFC? You think it's getting bigger and bigger? Or, you know, is it getting enough publicity that it should do?
I would hope so. I mean, the more publicity we get, the better, really. In the UK, it's not as big as countries like America and Russia and stuff like that, but it's definitely getting bigger. We've got a lot of a lot of UK UFC fighters now. We've had 3 champions, obviously me being one of them, and I'm definitely not going to be the last. There's going to be a lot more guys coming from the UK.
And this guy, is it Pereira? Alex Pereira, I was reading about earlier. He's looking to maybe move up to heavyweight. Is he someone on your radar?
Not right now. Not right. I mean, I've never turned down a fight in my life, so if the UFC want to make that happen, I will absolutely be up for it. But right now, I'm just focused on what I've got to do this weekend.
And what sort of crowd will we get? Any idea? Are the tickets selling well?
About 22,000, I believe.
Wow, brilliant. Well, Tom, listen, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the fight, victorious. It's going to be a cracker, and listen, we wish you well, mate. I really mean that.
Thanks, guys.
All the best, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Brilliant. Tom Aspinall there. So big guys, Gab, 265 pounds.
Yeah, it's frustrating for him, Al, because John Jones is the one that he's really wanted to fight, and he's been ducking Tom Aspinall. And that's
you watch a lot of this.
It's a big money fight that would have been. Yes, I was going to say.
You watch a lot of this.
Yeah, I do like UFC. I do watch it. It's just frustrating, like you said there. It's been 15 months since his last fought in UFC, and you're 32. You're healthy. You want to be out there. Like we always say, UFC fighters, they fight more than boxers. They're always out there every 3-4 months. So he'll be buzzing to be back out there this weekend.
And this fella, Cyril Gain, do you know much about him?
He's dangerous. Yeah, you have to be switched on for this fight. I mean, similar sort of records, Al. He's had 15 fights, won 13, only lost 2. Tom's 18 fights, won 15, lost 3. Similar ages as well. So,
well, he's older. Gain.
Yeah, 35. But he's in the fight game as well to make money. He's going to be wanting to fight more.
Big lumps. Look, 6'5".
I know, mate. I know.
17 and a half stone, Cyril Gain. 18 stone, Tom.
You wouldn't want to be cheeky as them at a bar, would you all?
Well, I wouldn't be. Simple as that. You got to know your limitations, Gal. Coming up, 8:13, we have Coral Sporting Odds. Charlie Adamo. Charlie makes of Liverpool and Rangers, of course. And don't forget Glenn Hoddle coming a little bit later, as with David Seaman. 18 minutes after 8 o'clock, talkSPORT breakfast with Gabby. Yes, the boss there, but why are we playing it? Well, since it's my first time on the show for a while, well, it's not that long ago.
Yeah.
We thought we'd take a trip back to last Friday.
Why?
When Gabby once again embarrassed himself on national radio, did he? In a quiz this time about the United States of America.
Gabby Agbonlahor, you're up first. Easy one for you to start. How many stars are on the USA flag?
Oh.
Stop it, stop.
That's a tough one. 8. Guess. 8? I don't know, mate.
8! How many did Chunk say? He wouldn't have
He ain't got a clue, him.
No, he
Don't even
wouldn't have
started
got
on
it.
him. He didn't know either, but why would I know?
He only knows Uncle Bob's golf shop, American golf discount. That's all he knows.
Why would I know? Why would I know that?
Well, it's a bit of a...
Why?
Because, you know... It's
What, you
the most-
study flags, do you?
Well, I'm pretty good with flags, yeah.
Okay.
I beat Ali on flags. We had a little quiz and I beat
On
Ali.
flags?
Okay. Yeah. 50, innit? 50.
No, there's 50
After the
states.
states. And 13 stripes from the colonies.
Are you reading it out? Or is someone in your ear telling you that?
Well, I didn't go.
How many colonies?
13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Original,
50 stars or 50 states?
50 states, 50 stars. Each star.
You sure there's not more stars?
No. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah, let's
what
move
day
on.
did America become independent? What date, Gab?
Pardon? I can't hear you. A second.
You can't hear. What
I
day
can't hear
did
you.
America become independent? What date?
I can't hear you, mate.
It's another
Date?
Springsteen. Yeah.
July 4th.
Oh, well done,
I
Gabby.
thought you were on about a year. I had no idea, but July 4th, yeah.
I thought you were going to say November the 5th.
No,
Fireworks night.
I used to be in Vegas celebrating, that's why I know.
Ah. All right, let's get the latest sporting odds now with Coral, and here comes Steve-O.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
No, he's not on his way to the Breeders' Cup. That's old Scobie Beasley. Simon's heading down there. Steve-O.
Morning, Steve-O.
Gentlemen, a very, very good morning. Gab, I think you've got to give some credit to Al. He knows about his American flag there. 50 stars, one for each state. 13 stripes, one for each of the original colonies. And I was watching that. Al was not reading that from anything. That's just knowledge, Gab.
But you're not going to give me some plaudits for knowing that Independence Day was July the 4th, Steve-O?
Of course, but then you ruined it by your reasons, Gab. You know, the fact that you're on a jolly in Las Vegas.
Oh, 10 Bud Lights in Las Vegas. No problem, Steve-O. Pre-season, July the 5th.
Steve-O, I missed you. How was Champions Day? A 200 to 1 and 100 to 1 winners. Unbelievable.
It was extraordinary, Alan. And now the ground was really good, so it wasn't like we could say, it was heavy ground, and it was surreal. The 200 to 1 shot, Richard Fahey trained, Powerful Glory, Jamie Spencer, an absolute Jamie special, and then 100 to 1 shot, Cicero's Gift, co-owned by Wilf Walsh, an old boss of ours.
No way,
amongst others. And Wilf was on the presentation.
Did he have a carpet on it? How's he out of that?
He's out the carpet game. He's not allowed to bet 'cause he's a director of the BHA, but his face was just one of disbelief. It was an incredible afternoon. Calandagan was a brilliant winner of the Champions Stakes.
That was my bet, the second. Ombudsman.
Kalpana was a brilliant winner of the Fillies and Mares. Fair play to Connections because she ran in the arc. I thought it was a big ask, but she came out. So, yeah, that was a terrific day. And, of course, this weekend, Al, we move on to the first meeting at Cheltenham.
Amazing November meeting, brilliant. Used to be the Mackerson, wasn't it?
No, that's next month. We got their seasonal kickoff this weekend. And Willie Mullins, now this is a statement of intent from Willie. He's only entered one runner, excuse me.
Whoa.
But Dan Skelton's got loads of runners. But I think Willie doesn't want to leave this title defence now until sort of Cheltenham and March next spring. I think Willie's going to go all guns blazing before Christmas. Dan's leading at the moment. But it's going to be fascinating. Dan is favourite to win it. Then it's Willie at 11 to 8. So, yeah, that's going to be
Tell me,
a
Steve,
great battle.
Paul Nicholls, has Paul got a little bit better ammunition this year or not?
Paul will always find good horses, Al. He's such a competitive man. He reminds me of Sir Alex Ferguson. He just never know when he's beaten. He'll want to prove a point. He's got the likes of Caldwell Potter. He's got obviously Jed and Sir Alex and the boys are all owners in the yard. So, yeah, Nicky Henderson's got Constitution Hill, of course. Question marks, can he bounce back? So, brilliant jump season coming up. And as I say, it really steps up a gear this weekend.
Football, Steve-O. What about tonight? Liverpool. Let's take Liverpool. This could be the 5th defeat in a row, which is incredible, unheard of. Surely not.
Well, what is it? Something like since 1953 or something? They haven't lost 5 in a row. They're odds on 4-7 to win out in Frankfurt, 4-1 Eintracht Frankfurt, 18-5 the draw. They just look a team low on confidence at the moment, Gab. And for me, they're not odds on propositions. But what do you think?
He's got to make changes tonight. I mean, people are talking about, does Mo Salah deserve to start tonight? Do you play Frimpong on that right-hand side? And I'm sure, is it Ekatike's old club, Frankfurt? Is that where he signed from? I think so, yeah. So it'd be interesting if he starts tonight instead of Isak. But with the quality they've got, Steve-O, it will come good sooner or later. But they just need a clean sheet. A clean sheet would be nice, wouldn't it?
They just look a shadow of the team that ran away with the title this year.
Yeah.
Look, it's very early days. A couple of other, obviously, English teams. Chelsea are 2-7 to win at home against Ajax, who are a big price, 17-2. And I know you've got Glenn coming up. Glenn Hoddle obviously played for both these sides. Monaco, Spurs are favourites, 13-10. Monaco just a shade under 2-1. But I just want to return quickly to last night.
13-10, are they?
Yeah, Spurs favourites. Obviously, great result for Villa, Gab.
No, I think that's a good price, 13-10, Steve-O.
Do you?
Yeah.
Down at Monaco?
Yes.
Well, listen, it'd be great to hear Glenn's views on that. But Arsenal, I mean, goals for fun last night. PSG 7, Barca 6. For credit to PSV, actually. They put a low past Napoli. Arsenal 4.
Did the bookies get hit last night with English clubs and one or two of the other fancied big boys?
Whenever there's goals galore out, honestly, it's a terrible night for us because punters love these goal fests. But I mean, brilliant entertainment last night. PSG are now favourites to win it again, 9-2. Arsenal now second favourites, 5-1.
In front of Barca.
Barcelona 13-2, Liverpool 7-1. At the moment, and it's such early days, Arsenal are playing like they really believe that the title can be theirs, this Champions League can be theirs. And then Coventry in the Championship.
Yeah.
I feared the worst last night when Coventry went to Fratton Park because 29 goals they'd scored up until that point in the Championship. 2 more last night. And all of a sudden, they're even money favourites to win the title. 11-2 Borough, 11-2 Ipswich.
Consolation that Saints got beat?
I mean, yes, because we still sit above them in the table. But look, genuinely, I spoke to the guys yesterday. I did fear the worst because Coventry are flying at the moment, aren't they? And good to see our manager though show a bit of passion on the touchline.
I thought he was out of line. I did, Steve-O. Frank Lampard done nothing wrong. He's trying to get to him. I didn't like it, Steve-O.
Passion, Gab, come on. You haven't lost that. You know that. Well, good. Hey, Gab, good news. I think we might be going to Birmingham to do an OB.
I've heard about that, yeah.
Very excited about it.
Yeah, I've heard about that, mate. Yeah. I think I'm coming as well, which is going to be a bit of a disaster, really, mate. Is there security there for me, Steve-O? Coral security?
Get your mate Stephen Knight along, Al, of course. The big Birmingham fan, isn't he, Stephen?
Yeah, I think the Guinness story's brilliant. I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah, that's on my list, actually.
No, you got to watch it, Steve-O. Very, very good indeed. Very good. And, of course, I'm watching Peaky again as well. So I'm
not too much time, mate.
Catch up.
You've got to get back to work, mate.
Yeah. Oh, really? Steve-O, when's the Breeders' Cup, Steve-O, just briefly?
Breeders' Cup is weekend after next, Friday, Saturday. Be lots of familiar names running out there. And listen, I heard you speaking to Tom Aspinall earlier. Not going to lie, don't know a lot about UFC, but he is 2-9, 9-2 on to beat Cyril Gain, the Frenchman. Where's it, Abu Dhabi?
Yeah. Steve, have a great day.
Love it, Steve-O.
Cheers, fellas.
Dave Stevens there from Coral with all the sporting odds. Well done. So, latest odds, all thanks to Coral, 18plusgambleaware.org. That's 18plusgambleaware.org. Coming up, if Liverpool lose to Frankfurt tonight, live on talkSPORT to make it 5 losses in the bounce, will the pressure begin to build on Arne Slot? Surely not. Not yet. We'll discuss that next.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18plusgambleaware.org.
For every good signing a club makes, there's bound to be a few that don't work out. Manchester United have certainly had their fair share of those, especially since the end of their golden age under Sir Alex Ferguson. Here are some of the Red Devils' worst signings since Fergie. First up, Alexis Sanchez. He'd averaged almost a goal every 2 games for Arsenal, but in his 45 matches for United, he only bagged 5. Next up, Radamel Falcao, dubbed El Tigre, or the Tiger. But at Old Trafford, he was a little more pussycat, to be honest. All the Colombian managed in 29 games was 4 goals. Moving on, things couldn't have gone worse for Jadon Sancho at United, with just 12 goals in 83 games. And it all ended after that very public spat with then-manager Erik ten Hag. Next, Ten Hag probably thought he was wise in sticking to what he knew when he brought in Antony from former club Ajax. But the £86 million Brazilian has really not been able to hack it in the Prem. The curse of the famous number 7 shirt has also had its share of victims. As well as the aforementioned Sanchez, Memphis Depay found he couldn't follow in the footsteps of Ronaldo, Cantona, Beckham and Best. He netted just 7 in 53 appearances. And those are just a few examples. To be honest, the list could go on and on. Unfortunately, that's probably why Man United haven't won the title for over a decade, and why it might take a few more years before they're in contention again.
So what are you up to today, Gab?
I am relaxing, mate. Yeah, relaxing.
Oh, yeah, of course you're working tomorrow.
Yeah, so just chilling, mate.
Crikey, that's
it.
3 times a week this week.
Yeah. What about you?
What's going on?
What about you, mate? What you doing?
I don't know. Don't know what.
Really?
Yeah, I've no idea yet.
Go and relax and get ready to watch the football tonight.
Maybe. Don't know. Might go home. See.
Go home.
Yeah.
Which home?
I mean, which home? home. Suffolk.
Which one?
Suffolk.
Oh, okay.
No. No,
He's off it. He's off it. He's off it.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Now, after 4 losses on the bounce, Liverpool and Arne Slot need a big performance tonight in the Champions League. I think they'll get it at Monaco. I really do.
Well, the inquest will start. Arne Slot has lost 4 games in a row.
If you start to lose a game of football 1, 2, then 3, then 4, you always find the same challenges.
Too many players at this minute for Liverpool have not reached the heights of last season.
The one question that needs to be asked and answered is why they didn't buy a centre-half.
And Galatasaray, who were hammered 5-1 on the opening night of the Champions League, beat Liverpool.
And in the meantime, we as a team still have to keep on going.
Liverpool have reached an agreement for Hugo Ekitike of Eintracht Frankfurt.
I think they've the quality to be the next best team that are not buying in the Bundesliga.
And a long ball forward into the area, Batshuayi!
As a team, they are dangerous.
As a manager, you face constantly challenges. Now we've lost 4 times in a row, and that's also a challenge.
Yeah, I fancy a little double coming on, Gab. Tottenham and Monaco, Liverpool and Germany. I think, and it might be decent odds, you know, because 1 or 2 Liverpool fans are whinging already. Well, not whinging, but they're concerned what's going on. And Spurs should beat Monaco.
You say that, but Monaco got a draw. Late equaliser, Eric Dyer penalty against Man City this season in Champions League.
Yeah, but City weren't at it, were they?
Yeah. But it depends what Spurs turn up, Al, because the Spurs that I seen on Sunday, they won't beat Monaco to play like that. They need more from Simmons, Tell, Odebear, you know, relying on Kudus, making something happen.
You say Tottenham.
Yeah. Richarlison, when he come on, didn't offer anything.
Well, he's frustrating because he's got the lot when he wants.
When he wants to, but he doesn't do it more than often, Al. He's not at it. Solanke they miss. They miss a striker up there who can hold the ball up and get onto crosses. Obviously, Maddison, big loss. Kulusevski, big loss. Romero was missing on the weekend. But Spurs need to be at it tonight because Monaco won't just roll over.
OK, Liverpool against Frankfurt out in Germany, live on talkSPORT, 8 o'clock. Arne Slot spoke after the weekend's loss, saying there's no need to panic. No way, despite the dip in form.
The life of a football manager is ongoing challenge. If you win games, you want to keep winning. If you lose games, you want to start winning again. So do we lose confidence? I cannot see it, because every single game we've lost, we were able to create in the second half unbelievable amount of chances.
Yeah, so many managers, Gab, and I can't envisage this. So many managers have been sacked unbelievably the year after winning the league, of course. Conte at Chelsea, Ranieri at Leicester. Surely
not a chance.
No way.
And anyone saying that is miles off it, Al. Have they been at it this season at all? No, they haven't. Liverpool got away with results early on in the season, late goals.
They've not been playing well. We know
No, they
that.
haven't all season, but it will come good. The problem Liverpool have got, Alan, is defensively they're not at it. And if you're Frankfurt tonight, you aren't sitting back. Your tactics are to get at this Liverpool defence. You don't know who's going to start at left back or right back. Kirkus hasn't been at it. Does Robertson start? Frimpong hasn't started well. Conor Bradley is a better defender, but maybe going forward, Frimpong offers more. Van Dijk's not at it. Kanate either. So if you're Frankfurt, have a good go at Liverpool tonight.
And in midfield?
They've got outstanding players. Gravenberch, McAllister, Curtis Jones to come off the bench. You know, they've got...
It's difficult to put your finger on it, isn't it?
It's difficult. Wirtz, I mean, he will come good. Maybe tonight against German opposition is a sort of game where you see the best out of Wirtz. He'll know Frankfurt better than anybody. But sooner or later, it will click. Isak.
Should he give Mo a little break?
I would tonight. I would play Frimpong on that right-hand side. I think I'd start Ekitike against his old club. We'll have a point to prove. Left Frankfurt to come to Liverpool. Gakpo done very well last game. I think he hit the post 4 times, Al. I mean, you watched the game, didn't you?
Yes.
4 times hitting the post. Unlucky. But it will click eventually. But what they need to do, Alan, is defensively. Because if you look at the Premier League, conceded 11 goals in 8 games. Last season, after 8 games,
it's
conceded 3 goals.
Difference, yeah.
So it's obviously defensively not great.
OK, Liverpool fans, what about Mo? Does he start tonight? Liverpool legend Mark Lawrenson believes Mo has become too comfortable after signing a new contract.
He's just not been good enough. Look, we're not worried about the fact that he misses chances, because that's the nature of the way that he plays and his position, etc. But you've got to work hard for the team. You know, it's not like 10 teas and 1 coffee. It's like 11 teas. So we know he's the way that he is anyway. But I shouldn't really say this, but I mean, the thing is that you look at him now and he's got his contract, and it's a little bit. Is it comfortable? Is he really working hard enough to be in that team? You'd probably say no. And, you know, you say it with a little bit of trepidation, because he might, I think they've got a midweek game, haven't they? So he'll probably go and score a hat-trick or something. But at least, you know, as a manager, you'd have to have the conversation with him and say, look, you know, we need a little bit extra, as they need a little bit extra probably for most of the team at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with Lauro there. Urgency. I thought I said a couple of weeks ago, I thought they were a bit sloppy. And then I thought, come on, you know, you're getting beat here. Don't be strolling about, passing it at the back, and get it forward more. You know what I mean? But look, it's early days, so a
lot can happen now. It's a long season.
And Mo could turn up tonight and be brilliant. You know that.
We're just not used to it, Al, because you normally, at the start of the season, you're like, Mo Salah could be favoured to get the golden boot. And you look at him this season.
Well, we don't know. Maybe there's personal problems. Maybe there's something we don't know about, you know, because he doesn't look the same player.
Agreed.
Now, turning attention back to last night after that great win for Newcastle, we've been asking the $1 million question: has Anthony Gordon proved that he can be a star player for England at the World Cup next summer? 03717 223344. That's the number we want you to call. And that's what Andrew, a Newcastle fan, has done. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Andrew.
Morning, lads. How are you?
Good, Andrew.
Oh, wow.
Good, mate.
I've just, well, I just want to pick up, if he's playing like he played last night, then he'd be on the plane and he'd be starting for us. But it was just earlier on a call I said that he was the most consistent player to play out there, which I would disagree with, to be honest.
Yeah.
You've just got to look at the Brighton game. He'd be absolutely phenomenal for a game. Like, I love having him in the squad, but he will go missing for 2 or 3 games. And it was just in terms of other players mentioned, like playing on that side. Like, I know Marcus Rashford's come into a bit of form, but I think everyone's forgetting the last 3, maybe 4 years. He's been an absolute passenger in whatever team he's played in. Like, there's no doubt that he's got a little bit of quality. But in terms of off the ball, his arrogance, like, he's got this entitlement where he thinks he's a world-class player. He shows glimpses of it. But for me, he wouldn't be one of the options on the left-hand side. He might make the plane as a second-choice striker.
But forget what's happened in the past. You have to judge him on this season. That's what the manager's doing. And 5 goals, 5 assists in 12 games. Surely he deserves to be up there.
I think what Andrew's saying is, can you trust him?
Yeah, but you've got to look at the team he's playing in as well. He's playing in the Barcelona side. Like, he's done it in the Champions League, but he's playing in the Barcelona side. They're an elite side. Like, don't get us wrong, I'd probably go over there and score goals.
Andrew, we'll see, mate. Andrew, listen, I think I love his pace and I love his work rate. I really do. Finishing, he can polish his finishing up. There's no doubt about it. But he's got to have a big chance of being part of that squad.
Al, watching him yesterday, 5:45 kickoff, I thought he was outstanding. Won the penalty. First goal, standing still, bang into the corner. Second goal as well, took it early. Keeper had no chance. I don't think you can say that Marcus Rashford shouldn't be on the plane to go to the World Cup. And forget about what's happened before. Forget about, it didn't work at Manchester United in the end. Judge him on what he's doing now. And not everyone can go to Barcelona. The pressure on him to sign for Barcelona and perform. A lot of people didn't want him to. A lot of people coming out still. Paul Scholes has come out and says he's not happy for him because of how he left Manchester United. It's like, let it go. Marcus Rashford is playing some outstanding football. He's got a smile on his face and he'll be a big star in the World Cup.
Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Now, we still have plenty to bring you in the last hour of the show. Spurs and Chelsea Ledge. Glenn Hoddle will be with us to tell us whether Spurs' recent form is concerning. We'll also be joined by the man that produced this moment.
Solido and Seaman, what a magnificent save! Breathtaking!
Well, he's done that a few times, hasn't he? That's right, former Arsenal England goalie David Seaman, big Leeds fan, will tell us whether Gyökeres proved last night he can be a 20-goal-a-season striker for the Arsenal. And Millwall manager Alex Neil, well done Alex, doing really well at the moment, will tell us if he thinks they can be in a higher division than West Ham United next season. That was a look ahead. We're good friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
Okay, 12 minutes to 9 o'clock, talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby. Time now for a bit of this.
Got an issue? Why can't you see? All you need is some help from me. Give my lamp a rub. 1, 2, 3. I'm the Gabby Genie.
And as we know, every good genie is never without their magic lamp. And Genie Gab is no different. So it's that time of the show when the man alongside me either grants or declines to grant 3 special wishes to those in need of sporting help. If you're ready, Gab, please give me my first rub.
Perception now is so important in football.
Yeah.
It's not built on the facts all the time.
No.
You know, it's a perception of people's views. You know, views not news now. You know, views not news.
New Forest manager Sean Dyche has approached Genie Gabby for a long, successful tenure under Mr. Marinakis.
Yes.
With minimal interference. What? Does he get it, Gab?
I hope so, but I'm not sure he will. He's going to be managing under an owner who, more than any other owner in the Premier League, you see him right when the players are going down the tunnel. Last season, come onto the pitch and sort of had a go at Nuno Santo after a home defeat. I'm just not sure about him, Al. I fear for any manager that works under him. Been a dreadful week. His team as well, Olympiacos, losing. Getting a good beating off Barcelona as well. I feel like Sean Dyche has got to be perfect. And in his mind, will he think, oh, have I got 5 Premier League games? That's all Anne's got. Going to be tough.
Yeah, I don't know why he made changes, Marinakis. But look, Sean's he's not going to put up with nonsense, is he? You know, he's his own man.
Of course, but he's clever, Marinakis, as well, though, because he's only given him a contract to 2027, 2-year deal. He's not giving him any longer. Right. So I don't think in 16, 17 months' time, Sean Dyche will be manager of Nottingham.
Oh, steady, Gab.
I don't.
Right, time now for another rub. Here we go, Ed.
Oh, what a finish to this game. It's Liverpool 1, Manchester United 2, and it's Harry Maguire.
Yeah, Harry has come to Genie Gab for a contract extension, as he's a free agent this summer. Do you grant Harry his wish and give him a long-term contract? It's an interesting one because I think he's good enough to play for Man United still. I really do. And at the end of the day, I don't think there's a shortage of takers if he decides to leave.
Well, this is the question for the Genie, Al. You can't get involved, mate. It's mine.
Oh, sorry.
I'm the Genie, please.
My name's Aladdin.
No, I feel with Harry Maguire, though, Alan. We all love Harry Maguire, and you're with me on this. What he received a couple of years ago, the nonsense from people on social media, the mocking he was getting, the clips that people are putting together, bullying Harry Maguire, pundits out there picking on Harry Maguire when there are a lot worse defenders in the Premier League. And you know what he's done, Alan? Whenever he's been available, he's been out there. He's been given 100%. And if anyone deserved that winning goal on the weekend against Liverpool, it was Harry Maguire. In his mind as well, he'd be thinking, I want to get back in the England squad. I want to go to the World Cup. So Manchester United, it's a no-brainer. Delete, Yoro, defenders have got available. Harry Maguire is their best defender, and he deserves a new deal for sure.
Do you remember when all this nonsense started? If you go back to that holiday in Mykonos.
I know, yeah. That was part of it, yes. But
Incredible.
People just wanted someone to pick on. Harry Maguire was that person. And I'm happy for him now. The away fans at Anfield, Man United fans, singing his name, and he deserves it. Because anyone you speak to says that he's a top guy.
My friend knows him well, and he says top
he's a
guy.
top lad, yeah.
Right, here we go. Let's have another rub. Come on, Ed.
I understand banter, and I love that, and that's my personality, and I'm all for that. But at times, some of the songs being sang, which were in full evidence of everybody, were over the line.
Oh dear. Forest Green Rovers boss Robbie Savage telling Jeff and Ray yesterday just how upset he was by abuse hurled at him by Carlisle United fans. Am I right in saying managed by Mark Hughes?
Yes.
Robbie has asked Genie Gab to have a word with the Cumbrians. Will Genie Gab help his mate?
Okay, Robbie, have a sit down, pal. you bring it on yourself, don't you, Robbie? You know, you're very chirpy. You know, you like to give it out to fans. We have Carlisle fans that have phoned up and says you were giving it to them and they were giving you some back and you can't take it. You bring it on yourself. Don't go moaning when you get some back. Go on, out you go. Off you pop.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, I thought you were buddies with Robbie.
Nah, not for me, mate. Brings it on himself. I've done it as a player. And he was that sort of player that got kicked.
What's happened here?
What?
What's happened with you and Robbie then?
Nothing. I'm just explaining. As a player, he was that wind up and he got people sent off. And then now as a manager, he's giving it to fans and he's getting it back. And then he's on the TV moaning. Get on with it.
Finally, I don't know what's coming here, but it's time to rub my ego in.
Oh.
Always alive in the box and confident enough to take on a shot from anywhere. His game wasn't about fancy tricks. It was about timing, aggression, and a quiet confidence that made him dangerous every time he got the ball.
I've seen this, actually. My daughter sent that to me. That was TikTok. Ballerholics doing a bio on my career, taking a particular focus on my game for Spurs away at Man United back in '83 when I scored an overhead kick. Yeah, someone sent me that. It was one of my kids, I think. Genie Gab, would you grant me a wish of being a 50 million player in today's market?
Well, you know, I've seen some of your goals out, and, you know, there wasn't offsides back then, so they were quite easy goals that you had. But there wasn't, was there? Was there offsides?
Of course there was bloody offside.
No, Alan, you were a top player. Even Coisty, even though he's had a bit of banter, says to me all the time, Alan was some player. And even the older generation say you were. So £50 minimum. And you scored 5 in a game.
50 million, you mean?
£50.
By the way, I've just seen a few of the... There you go, Gab.
Oh, okay, let's have a look at this one. Okay, yes.
I've just actually...
and he guides it. And it's a great touch over there. You know what?
Here we go.
He's in the box now.
This is Glenn Hoddle chips one in.
Oh, great hold-up play, Alan. Right foot pass. Oh, I tell you what.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
about it. Tell you what. Look at him.
Yeah,
look at him go.
Pace. See that?
Pace. That wasn't pace.
There it is. Look, there's a goal. Get it.
Yeah, but Al, no one's really defending against you.
What are you talking
they're backing
about?
Off.
Gabby, you know, when did you get 20 goals in 1 year?
I've never got 5 in a game, though.
There you go. Anyway, those were the days. It's crazy. I never look back at old games. Never.
You should do, though.
And then, no, it's not for me. But when some people send you them, you have a quick look and think, oh, you know. But
but you're not running the channels enough for me. You hold it up and you just want to get in the box and get the goals.
I've spoken to Martin O'Neill about you. The only channel you know is the English channel. When you're flying over on your way to the south of France.
No, you're a top player, mate. But injuries cut your career short, yeah? But what was it, knee?
No, wear and tear, S1L5, wear and tear. Degenerative changes of the spine gap.
Yes. But you won the UEFA Cup, mate. You know,
yes.
Who can say that?
Two.
Lovely. Was that the season you finished above Villa? Or
you mean that season we beat Villa 3 times?
Guy.
If you want to see footage of me being a baller, what do you mean a baller?
A baller.
talkSPORT. Check it out on CTV or the talkSPORT YouTube channel. Oh, God. Here's a chance to win talkSPORT's biggest cash prize ever. This is more important. As you play to win, you can win up to £100,000 and it's completely tax-free. Plus, you get to visit talkSPORT Towers on Thursday the 13th of November to play for that incredible cash prize, 100 grand. Yep, here's how you enter.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Yeah, Gab, just on them goals, big match revisits, there's a couple of good ones on there. When Frank Wellington scored that unbelievable flick up over Terry Butcher's head. I got 2 that day, that's on there. And there's another one, when I turned Tommy Caton, God bless, up at Main Road, smash one, and that was proper goal.
Self-praise is no praise.
Coming up, we're joined live by Arsenal legend David Seaman to find out if he believes this is Arsenal's best squad since Invincibles. That's coming next in the last hour.
to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves two club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles," and some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Okay, 9:05. Good morning. Final hour coming up. Gab, am I boring you?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing now?
Why is everyone out there saying, like, shocked at all your goals?
Well, because they're all young, aren't they? And they're just having a wee look now, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a bit of respect there, Al. Like, you're a top player, mate.
Yeah. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby alongside me. Yeah, no. Second time this week. Now, it was quite the evening for the Gunners as they absolutely thumped Atletico thanks to 4 goals in just 14 second-half minutes. To top off the perfect night for the Gunners, new striker Victor Gyökeres got on the score sheet twice, which should do him the world of good, by the way, on a night where he seriously arrived in North London.
Here's Eze inside the penalty area. Gyökeres pokes it in past Matt Sells.
If Arsenal create chances, I think he'll score them.
I think he's good, but I don't think he scores enough goals to beat
Haaland. I don't think he scores more than João Pedro.
Right corner of the penalty area, lovely ball in. Gyökeres diving onto it, heads it wide. Ball over the top for Gyökeres, who's in behind, faces up the goalkeeper. What a brilliant block from Humphries. He seemed to take his time there, Gyökeres, to pull the trigger.
I told him before the first meeting, I said the 9 that I want is a 9 that when he doesn't score for 6 or 8 games, he can handle that.
I'm still convinced he's going to get maybe 20 Premier League goals.
Oh, this is turning into a glorious European night for Arsenal, because it's now Arsenal 4, Atletico Madrid 0. Victor Gyökeres at the double.
It's just phenomenal. And the biggest thing that we're going to debate about him is goals. He certainly scored 2 very different ones today, and hopefully he starts to get some momentum and a good run of goals.
Interesting. Perry Groves there saying 20 Premier League goals. Will he get 20?
Oh, I do not think so. He's got 2 so far, hasn't he, in the Premier League?
I think it's going to be tough to get.
Saka takes penalties as well, because he tried to take a penalty recently and Saka was like, nope.
By the way, listen, let me just put it in perspective. The fans are behind him, which was great, even before he got his 2 goals last night.
Agreed.
The 2 goals last night were a bit iffy, but it doesn't matter. It's 2 goals against a top European side. So they're fully behind him. So touch wood, if there was any doubt in his mind, any lack of confidence, that should be easing away now.
And as well, Al, we talk about other players that have just joined this summer. Oh, it's still early and they need a bit of time. So he's the same. You know, every game he's getting more experience playing in the Premier League and playing with his teammates at Arsenal. So I'm sure he will come good.
Yeah, I hope so, because he's willing, isn't he?
Yes.
Arsenal Palace coming up at the weekend as well. So Victor Gyökeres bagged himself 2 goals to move on to 5 this season for the Gunners in all comps. But more than that, he finally looks at home leading the Gunners forward line. Troy needs to admit, well, is Troy wrong about Troy? I was going to say, my question here is, does Troy need to admit he's wrong about Gyökeres? I don't know. I think Troy might be. You know, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't think he's in the... Well, no, I know he's
what you're going to say.
When you talk about, Haaland...
Yeah.
And when you talk about Isak, I'd put Gyökeres third.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%, even though Isak hasn't started really on fire at Liverpool. Gyökeres, to me, he's got limits in his game. You know, he's not going to run in behind and outpace defenders. What he will do, he'll put his body in, he'll hold the ball up, he'll work his socks off. Haaland and Isak will never work as hard as Gyökeres does.
He's going to get chances, but Gab, I'd love to just have a whisper in his ear. When the ball's wide, especially with Saka on the right, make a couple of near-post runs. Get across your defenders. Even if you run into the near post and it beats you,
of course,
someone comes into the space you've left. Don't keep hanging.
But
back post to middle, get across them, get a little flick.
But as well, what he can offer is what Arsenal have been missing. They're going to score goals. You know, Marino scores goals, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard score goals, Declan Rice can, Gabriel from set pieces. So I think what he's offering Arsenal at the moment is exactly what the manager wanted.
Right, so thanks to the goals there, Gunners sit top of the Premier League. They have 3 wins from 3 in the Champions League. It's going great. They really do like the real deal. So let's get more on this. Let's cross over and speak to an absolute Arsenal legend. David Seaman joins us now. David, a very good morning, David.
Morning, guys. You're
morning,
right.
David.
Yeah, David, great things going on in North London at the moment from the red half. Last night, good game. Enjoyed it. Really did. And a little scare with the keeper, you know, just into the second half. But Arsenal overcame that. And for Gyökeres, I think everyone's delighted. He's got a couple of goals.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I think Reyes he's allowed 1 or 2 of them, mate. You know, with the clean sheets and the saves that he's making. But like I was just listening to you talking about Gyökeres, and he's getting used to the team. He's getting used to the teammates. He's getting used to the pace of the Premier League. You know, and that was something that a lot of players, especially the foreign guys, when they first come, they found it really difficult to get used to the pace and the physicality. You know, and as we've seen, you know, Gyökeres he loves a bit of physical action in there, doesn't he? You know, so. Give him time. You know, he's getting better and better. He's getting fitter and fitter. And I'm sure there's going to be more goals.
Yeah.
David, if there was a game that you thought maybe Arsenal wouldn't score from a set piece, I would have said maybe Atletico Madrid. So organised, Diego Simeone defensively. But it's just inevitable now, isn't it? 9 goals this season from set pieces. And it's such a threat to have.
It is, Gabby. It's a great threat. And you know what it's like. It's all about the delivery. When that delivery is good. You know, even Saka said it, didn't he, at the weekend? He said that some of his deliveries were terrible. Then he gets one right and we score from it. And that's what it's been like. The delivery's been fantastic. And when you get success like that, it gives you more confidence to like really get on the end of like the flick on at the near post or an direct header. It gives you more confidence that delivery is coming in with such pace.
David, what about defensively? For me, Arsenal, the two centre-backs are wonderful. Your back four, back five, whatever, were fantastic. Are they getting there, David? Arsenal's back four?
Yeah, I would say that they're there, Al. They're really confident. The unit is brilliant. They all seem to know what each other's doing as well. And the special thing about it also is that when players come in, like last night when Lewis Skelly came in, he knows what he's doing. He knows what the back two are doing. It's a great unit. And then obviously you've got the confidence of Raya at the back, who's fantastic with his feet, but he's also making some really crucial saves as well, mate. So, that back line is looking really good.
So, favourites for the Premier League, I think the second or third favourite for the Champions League, second favourite. But I think the Premier League's the one they've got to concentrate most on. Don't get me wrong, a European night at the Emirates is brilliant, David, but it's that Premier League, that's the one that Mikel wants.
It's weird, Al, because when Arsene Wenger, when I was playing under Arsene Wenger, he would give us a piece of paper and he'd say to us, right, in order of preference, what you'd like to win.
Did he?
And we always put, like all the English lads would put Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup. All the foreign players would go Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup. And I think it's a bit like that. The only thing is that Arsenal, the lads have got a chance of creating history if they win the Champions League because the club's never done it before.
What did Parler put? Premier League, Champions League, run for dogs?
Is that the name of the pubs he was going to?
David, what I love about Arsenal as well, and Arsenal fans must, is the age of the squad as well. This isn't a squad of players that, 2 years, you've got to start changing. So many top young players. And with Madueke and Odegaard out, I looked at the squad yesterday and they were able to bring on Mosquera, Ben White, Ranieri, Marino and Norgard, and Trossard and Calafiori didn't even get on the pitch. It's crazy, isn't it, the talent that they've got in that squad?
It is, mate. But that's a good sign, And there's also Havertz as well, who's yet to come back.
Gabriel Jesus,
Jesus, who's, so there's still really good players to come back that are injured, but the guys on the bench, it's quality, and that's exactly what you need, And then you said about the age of the squad, I think it's a good mix.
Yeah.
Good mix of experienced players and then young players, and that's what you always want. You don't want a team full of young players because you don't know what you're going to get. And then when you go to the other end, it might be a little bit slower, but the mix at Arsenal at the moment is fantastic.
And David, look, we know it's going to change, or we think it's going to change. Liverpool at the moment are just not the Liverpool of last year at the moment. City have suddenly got a little spurt on, haven't they? They're now beginning to look like their old selves. So it's important while Arsenal are playing this way that they keep the 3 points, keep winning, keep them chasing you.
Yeah, keep that momentum, Al. And that's what they've got to do. Like last season, everybody thought, finish above Man City and you win the league. And then Liverpool did what they did. Now Liverpool are having a little bit of a blip, but City are still looking strong. They're still there and waiting. So it's early. It's very early. But let's keep going, keep that momentum going, keep picking up wins, and then we'll see what happens at the end of the season.
David, I know for you as a goalkeeper, clean sheets would have meant the world to you. Well, I look at this Arsenal team from back to front. It's like keeping a clean sheet means so much to the defenders that start, to the defenders that come on, to the manager, and obviously especially to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, they're celebrating tackles and all sorts, aren't they? But if I'm honest, clean sheets didn't bother me. It was just a win. I would have preferred a win of like 10-9, but just to get them 3 points.
You didn't have a clean sheet bonus in your contract, David?
No, I didn't need that,
mate. Brilliant.
David, weekend, again, it's tough games. Arsenal against Palace, London Derby. And what sort of, are you happy with your boys, your real boys, Leeds United start, David?
It's not bad. It's better than I thought it would be. I went to the Arsenal Leeds game, mate, and I wore my half and half scarf, and I wore it with pride. So don't give me any stick. It's a good start, a decent start, I'd say. It's about picking up points, and it's all about finishing just above them bottom three. That's what it's about.
Well, this weekend, David, Leeds West Ham. Ooh.
I know. So a massive game, but it's a game that we possibly could win. It's you've got to go there and hopefully get the points, and then once you become safe, then it's a little bit easier. Just get a little bit of momentum and then a bit of confidence, and then we'll be okay. I
was thinking about you last night. I know it's different fishing. You're on the old bank with the rods with alarms on. Exactly. I was watching the old trawlermen, the deadliest catch. Oh my God, they're off their heads, aren't they?
Yeah, that's not for me, mate. I think
they are off their heads out
there.
Off Shetland and off Orkney. I'm like, what are you doing? Mental, absolutely. David, listen, great to talk again. Speak to you soon, mate. Thank you for joining us David. This morning. Brilliant. Keep it going. Thanks, David.
Cheers, take care.
David Seaman, a big Leeds fan.
Yes. It's like you said there, Arsenal now. It's looking promising, isn't it? If you're an Arsenal fan, you're very, very happy at the moment.
There's a long way to go, Gab. I'm just to let people know, we've got the tables in front of us. Arsenal 19, Man City 16, so just 3 behind. Liverpool, who have not played particularly well, 15. Bournemouth 15, Chelsea 14. So, we've got to be careful here and be realistic. There's a long way to
go. It might come down to the games against Manchester City. The next, obviously, they played already. They drew games against Liverpool, games against Chelsea, where anything can happen. But Man City, with Haaland in his form, it's going to take a good team to beat them at the moment.
Yeah, 9-17. Okay, 9:21, talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best shoes car deals guaranteed. Gabby's with me. Now, what about this? The Den is absolutely bouncing right now. I remember the days down old Cold Blow Lane. Ooh, Gab, you wouldn't have fancied that, mate. But the Den is flying, and last night, the brilliant form, it continued.
Finished Millwall 2, Stoke 0. First half goals from Femi Aziz and Tristan Kramer securing all 3 points for a dominant Millwall. Stoke slipped to fourth, 1 win in 5 for them. Millwall soar up to third in the Championship. It's finished at the Den, Millwall 2, Stoke 0.
Oh, Billy the Cab will be giving that large drive in his cab, singing along to this. Massive Millwall.
Well-supported club.
Yeah, absolutely. Since the 4-0 loss to Coventry back in the early part, 1st of October, Millwall have won 3 in a row and moved themselves up to the lofty heights of third in the Championship. Next up at the Den are 8th place Leicester. Good game this one, this Saturday. So a chance for the Lions to cement their place in the playoff position. It's early days. Delighted to say join us now as the Millwall boss, who'll no doubt been very satisfied to beat his former side Stoke City last night. Alex Neil joins us again. Alex, very good morning.
Good morning, Alex.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Oh, great. Alex, early days, yeah, but crikey, you got to be delighted with the way the boys are playing at the moment. It's fabulous.
Yeah, as you say, it's still early days. You know, we're not getting carried away. We've won a few games, which is great, but you'd much rather get points on the board and have a good start than obviously try to chase your tail as the season develops, particularly the Championship, because it's such a competitive league.
Yeah, I'm only over in Canary Wharf, and someone was saying a couple of your wide boys are playing really well at the moment. The white players?
Yeah, they've done great. You know, yeah, Femi Aziz, he's only been back for the last 3 games, but he scored in each of them, which is obviously really important. And the lad Barlow on the other side as well last night had got 2 assists, so he was he's been a great find for us as well.
This Championship is really, really tough. What a tough game coming up, Leicester. But I look at it and I think, crikey, Frank's doing a great job at Coventry. But anyone can beat anyone in this league, can't they? And I heard, I think you were talking after the game about, it's every game you can't relax. You've got to be on the mettle every game in this Championship.
Yeah, the Championship's relentless, physically as well as mentally. We picked up another injury with Will Smallbone last night. We lost Massimo Longo last week to a cruciate, unfortunately. And we've had a fair share of injuries. So to be where we are, we've had to sort of overcome, if you like, in terms of lads being missing. Just sort of speaks volumes, really, the squad and how well they've done.
Yeah.
Does it show as well, Alex, how tough the Championship is? Because you look at Sheffield United, relegated from the Premier League, Ipswich not having it their own way. Anyone could beat anyone on any given day, can't they?
I think probably, Gabby, this season more so than ever. I've been in the Championship for about, 10, 11 years I've managed in some way, shape or form. And yeah, this year, I think you're always expecting the lads that come down for the Premier League to click into gear. And as you say, they certainly haven't had their own way so far.
I think you get luxury in the Premier League, Alex, because you rarely play midweek. Do you know what I mean? But Championship is relentless, isn't it? It's non-stop midweek, Tuesday or Wednesday, Saturday. So maybe some of the Premier League players dropping down are not used to that.
I think this year, Championships teams now are starting to spend more money than what they probably have ever done as well. And even the teams coming up for League One have been like Birmingham, Wrexham. Wrexham, I think, spent over £30 million this summer. So, there's no fear from any team. And like you said earlier, every team can literally beat any team in the league, which makes it so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, I don't know if you see the Scotland games, Alex. How did we win them 2 games is beyond me. Football just baffles you, doesn't it?
Yeah, listen, the best team doesn't always win the game. You know, that certainly happens more and more often, particularly in the Championship as well. So, but listen, I'll take it. Being a proud Scotsman, Steve's done a brilliant job there. And yeah, as long as we can try and get to the World Cup.
That game against Greek, the first hour was like Real Madrid against Dundee. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, the worry is we weren't Real Madrid, so... yeah.
What about, Alex, just a quick while you're on as well, what about Rangers and Celtic at the moment? Look, it's good for the football up there that Hearts are suddenly up there and play Celtic the weekend. Rangers have got another new manager. So it's all changed. Well, at the moment, it's all changed up there.
Yeah, obviously both of the big clubs up there seem quite restless at the moment, whether it be the board being an issue or the management situation or... but yeah, again, Hearts, obviously, they've got the investment now for Tony Bloom.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be interesting to see how that pans out across the season.
I want to ask you as well, Alex, how important is it to move on from like defeats? You lost 4-0 to Coventry and then obviously have a game quickly afterwards, because Martin O'Neill, honestly, he didn't speak to us to the Friday if we lost on the Saturday. How important is it to move on quickly for the next game?
Yeah, I think that's something I've become better at as I've done this job more and more. And I think those days, they sort of ignoring people and people being terrified to speak to you, I think most of them are gone now. You know, I think it's important to go back and sort of obviously reevaluate where you went wrong, what we can do better, and like you say, quickly move on. And if you've got a game within a few days, it's important that you get back on it and win the next one. And then, like you say, that last one's forgotten.
Yeah. And then people forget as well, Alex, Millwall, I've seen them in the playoffs, cup finals. The catchment area is unbelievable, isn't it? If you're doing well, you get some big crowds.
Yeah, it has been great this year. You know, our away followings, I think we've sold out pretty much most of our away games. I think Swansea's maybe the only one we didn't. And I think we're expecting over 18,000 at the weekend, which is a great crowd for us.
Yeah. Alex, I won't keep you. Keep it going, pal.
Yes.
Thank
Good luck,
you.
mate.
Great to talk again. Keep it going. Brilliant.
Cheers, lads. Thank you.
Thank you. There you go. Millwall, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. By the way, you know, I take cabs all the time, don't I, in London? The amount of Millwall cab drivers, incredible.
Spurs for me. Spurs and Millwall, I see most in the cabbies.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you says, a lot of Millwall.
And, you know, Canary Wharf at the moment, a lot of the pubs are mixed there. And, of course, the Millwall boys will be giving it the West Ham boys at the moment.
What happens, Al, with we don't know what happens. West Ham might go down and might stay up. Millwall might come up.
I don't think West Ham will go down.
No, but if they played each other, that's a spicy one.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah. Well, like, the police are on top of a lot of course, now, aren't they? But there is, you know, Southampton, Pompey's another one, you know, and there's a lot in that championship.
Yeah, a lot of hate.
But West Ham, Millwall can be nasty.
Yes, I can imagine.
Tottenham Arsenal's nasty as well. But
I was speaking to Spurs fans on the weekend. They say that the team that they despise the most is Chelsea, not Arsenal.
Yeah.
Chelsea, always Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like before
right.
Arsenal, before any other London club.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, coming up, Alex Neil there, Millwall. So Coventry top, Middlesbrough second top, Millwall, Bristol City and Charlton. That's your top five. Sorry to leave Stoke out of there, Mr. Producer. Glenn Hoddle coming next.
every good signing a club makes, there's bound to be a few that don't work out. Manchester United have certainly had their fair share of those, especially since the end of their golden age under Sir Alex Ferguson. Here are some of the Red Devils' worst signings since Fergie. First up, Alexis Sanchez. He'd averaged almost a goal every 2 games for Arsenal, but in his 45 matches for United, he only bagged 5. Next up, Radamel Falcao, dubbed El Tigre, or the Tiger. But at Old Trafford, he was a little more pussycat, to be honest. All the Colombian managed in 29 games was 4 goals. Moving on, things couldn't have gone worse for Jadon Sancho at United, with just 12 goals in 83 games. And it all ended after that very public spat with then-manager Erik ten Hag. Next, Ten Hag probably thought he was wise in sticking to what he knew when he brought in Antony from former club Ajax. But the £86 million Brazilian has really not been able to hack it in the Prem. The curse of the famous number 7 shirt has also had its share of victims. As well as the aforementioned Sanchez, Memphis Depay found he couldn't follow in the footsteps of Ronaldo, Cantona, Beckham and Best. He netted just 7 in 53 appearances. And those are just a few examples. To be honest, the list could go on and on. Unfortunately, that's probably why Man United haven't won the title for over a decade, and why it might take a few more years before they're in contention again.
Okay, 25 minutes to 10 o'clock, talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil, and Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. You can get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Now, Spurs, wow, mixed start to life under Thomas Frank. They've had some great wins, but also been rather poor at home. We've got a very new look attack with Kulusevski, Solanke, Maddison all out, so that will need time to gel. Now, the man who's come in at number 10 in recent weeks is record signing Xavi. Tottenham boss Thomas Frank spoke yesterday on how Simmons has settled in at North London.
A couple of things: new country, new club, new city. Just need to settle in, and it is part of it. We're all getting judged every game, but we also need to see the little bit bigger perspective and see it over time. And I always look for glimpses and bits and pieces we're working at. So, for example, Xavi, I think there were some good bits that we worked with him and asked him to be more arriving in the box, which when I looked the game back, he did. Was that the big eye-catching moment? No, but there was good glimpses. So I think it's constantly going a little bit in the right direction.
Thomas Frank there on Xavi Simmons. Gab, do you like what you've seen so far from him? Have you not seen enough?
He hasn't done nowhere near enough. I mean, you've been brought in for 55 million, was it? Not for me. I was there on Sunday. Nice on the ball at times, but doesn't shoot enough for me on the edge of the box. Playing the easy option, passing it out wide. He's got a lot more to do, and maybe that's the reason why Chelsea didn't pursue him as much as they could have in the summer.
What do you think of the first half? Briefly. I thought Tottenham were okay first half.
It was 50-50, but
yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I think Tal was making some nice little runs, but they really missed a physical striker up there. Odegaard had a couple of good runs, but that final pass, all three of the attacking players, Simmons, Odegaard and Tal, just wasn't getting it off to each other at the right time, hogging onto the ball a bit much. But I'm sure Thomas Frank will want to see more from Simmons.
Well, off the back of the weekend's loss to the Villa, Tottenham will be looking to bounce back away in Monaco tonight. in the Champions League. It's not going to be easy, but there's harder places for me to go in Europe. To give us more or less bringing a man who played over 370 times for Tottenham and widely regarded as the best player ever, Glenn Hoddle joins us now. Hod, very good morning.
Good morning, Glenn.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're good, Glenn. You sound chirpy, my friend. Are you golfing today or something? Or
if I could show you over my shoulder, look, all them yachts. Yeah, I'm out
in Monaco.
I'm out in Monaco doing the commentary tonight.
Lovely.
Yes. Yeah. So
you stay away from that Jimmy's nightclub. Is that still going?
I'm expected to see you still sitting at the end of a yacht when we come over a few years ago. You didn't move for 5 hours.
I remember that, Hod. Brilliant. Spurs, it's Spursy again, isn't it? You know, some really good and others you think, oh, come on, better than that. Tonight, though, Monaco, Tottenham, we should have enough for Monaco, Glenn, surely.
Well, I tell you what, I was over here 2 weeks ago when they played City and they had to defend and they showed a lot of character. And that hour was with 5 or 6 players out. So this isn't just going to be an easy walk in the park for Tottenham. I think if Spurs get a draw tonight, I think that'd be a good result. I think it suits the fact that they're away from home. They seem to sort of counter better and play better in this squad of players anyway on the counter. At home at the moment, when a team banks up against them, they're finding it very hard to break them down. Kudus is playing very, very well, but other than that, at the moment, offensively, there's still so much to come from Tottenham, and whether it comes is another question. That's the big answer. You need to see that.
Also, you don't know what Monaco are going to turn up, do you? Because drawn 2 and lost 1 of the last 3 league games, but only 4 points off Marseille at the top of the table.
Yeah, they're very inconsistent. They've got some young players. They always have had. Monaco have always brought through young players. But I was quite impressed with their character and certainly tactically against City. They sat in and made it so difficult, but they managed to get out and look a threat as well. So, I expect this to be a much more open game. I think Spurs might be the ones that might counter. They're the ones that might sit in a little bit at times. But yeah, there's a lot of players. I heard you talking before that there's a few players now that have got to stand up and start improving and get to where Kudus has actually been really this season. Talking about Xavi, it's interesting because it is very early in his stage. When you're a creative player, I remember when I first come out here to Monaco, and I was 27. The first 2 months was all new to me, on and off the pitch. I couldn't get on the ball properly. I wasn't playing well, and I think you need a little bit of time, particularly if you're a defender or a wide player, maybe your job's. But when you're the sort of number 10, a creator that has to go there and everyone's looking at you, and you've got to create and you've got to open doors. I think this lad's got ability.
Yes.
Whether he can do it in the Premier League is the big question, but he does need a bit more time. In this day and age, it's a bit more instant. I'm sure the way I played in the first 2 years, Arsene Wenger must have been thinking, "Oh my God, what have I bought?"
Mark Hateley was out there at the time, Glenn, wasn't he?
Yeah, Big Mark was up front. He'd come from AC Milan, so I went a little bit under the radar at the beginning. But once I settled in, once I got playing, I think we won the league and I got Player of the Year. So it does take a little bit of time to just settle. We can't be expecting instant, especially if you're a creative player, especially if everyone's looking at him saying, "Oh, you've got to produce." He's done well in the football that he's played in. Well, Premier League is the big test.
You know what I found as well, Glenn, watching the game on the weekend against Aston Villa, is that Kudus was getting past Digne a number of times and then getting to the byline and crosses in, and they're really missing a Solanke, aren't they? A striker who really knows how to get in there and put the ball in the back of the net.
Gabby, you're absolutely spot on. That is what I was saying. Even with Richarlison, at the beginning of the season, he played well. They were getting early crosses in from both sides. And he was a threat. He scored a couple of great goals, didn't he? Yes. And he started the season really well. And I think they're missing Solanke because not only that, in the build-up play, I think he holds it up well. He's prepared to go in behind if there is space behind, but also he has got a good mover in the penalty area when crosses are coming in. So, I think we've missed him a hell of a lot. We really have. And let's hope that he's not too far off being fit and able.
Glenn, is Captain Ardiles coming out with his blazer and his boat shoes and his captain's hat on? He loves a freebie out there.
Don't forget the cravat as well. I don't know. I think he might be out here. I know Max is out here with his family watching the game, but there'll be a few of the lads out, I'm sure. But you know what it's like when you're doing TV. We've got different interviews here and there, so I'll be pulled left, right and centre.
Oh, brilliant. Just a quick one on Chelsea. Again, Chelsea 6s and 7s, Glenn, at the moment.
Well, again, a little bit inconsistent, but for me, Alan, I think if they keep this squad together and they just slowly add to it, which they always will do, they've been hit by defensive injuries, but I think they're capable in a couple of years' time of challenging again for the Premier League. They're not ready yet, but I think they've got some wonderful attacking players. I think Sao Pedro, Neto, the likes of this. Obviously, they're without Palmer. They've got some wonderful, wonderful offensive players. They really have. If they get it sorted, they've got a really strong midfield. If they get it sorted at the back, I think they'll be a threat, and they're growing. I mean, let's be fair, they won 2 trophies last year.
It's good as well, isn't it, going to see Reece James back to full fitness and getting through games and no injury problems, touch wood.
Oh, he's such a good player, and he's an all-round player. He can defend. He's got experience now. He's got a wonderful cross on him. He goes into midfield, plays in midfield, and doesn't look, he looks as if he's played there all his life. He's got flexibility. He's a top player, and one that I'm sure will be on the plane to America in the summer.
Palmer as well, Glenn. I'm sure you love Palmer the way he's controlling the ball. He's got vision. He can score goals. For me, he's got to be on that plane.
Oh, he's got to be, without a doubt. I mean, we have got so many great number 10s at the moment in this country. We never had any. We didn't even have a position when I was playing back in the 80s. But there's so many 10s. But I think Palmer, for me, what he's shown since he's come down to Chelsea has been outrageous, really. With if he was foreign, I think we'd be going absolutely nuts about him. I really do. If he was Spanish and he'd come into our league and done what he's done, that people would be saying, wow, what a buy. It's the best buy ever in the Premier League. Because he's English, we don't look at him that way. And it's sad. He's got everything, the boy. He's got a groin injury, which is a very difficult one. I just hope and pray that he gets back to his very best before the summer. And but he's a lovely, wonderful player. He can do all sorts of things in that last third. And that's that's why people go and watch football, is to see players like Palmer.
Yeah. So, Glenn, we'll leave you to it and that suite at Hermitage. It's only $2,500 a night now, so enjoy. I'm sure you'll see some old friends out there, Glenn. And good luck with Spurs tonight.
I'm in the dog and duck down the road. Don't worry about that.
See you, pal. Enjoy. Thank you.
Guys, enjoy.
Glenn Hoddle. Do you know Monaco much?
I went there last season to watch the Villa game, Champions League. Yeah, I went to a few.
It's classy, very classy.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. Too classy for me.
Hello.
It was. I've heard Nice. Bit of me.
What?
Nice. Yep.
What are you talking about, Gabby?
What? I'm just being honest.
You're having a laugh.
I'm just being honest, mate. I didn't like all that yacht business, Al. Not for me, mate.
Why?
I don't know.
There's a port in Nice as well, you tube.
No, but I like the nice little bars in Nice. It suited me more, mate. Yeah.
Oh, God. 9:45. glad Glenn's a lot better now. You know, he sounds perky and all that, yeah.
Looking well, mate.
Top guy, Glenn. Top guy.
How good was he?
Oh, brilliant. Way ahead of his time.
Top.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Great vision, great touch, great passer. Could score wide of foot. Yeah, brilliant.
Was he one of them, as a striker, you can make any run?
Oh, absolutely, Gab. Yeah.
In behind.
Yeah, absolutely. No, top guy as well.
Yes.
talkSPORT breakfast. Well, him and our dealers together were brilliant. And then you had Ricky Villa, and you know, Mickey Hazard was a great player, and he would get he wouldn't get as many games as he should do. But those were great times, really well. Okay, Gabby's with me now. What do we know this Wednesday morning? Gyökeres ended his 8-game drought, which was great. With 2 goals, not classic goals, but it doesn't matter. 2 goals in Arsenal's 4-0 victory over Atletico last night. The Gunners have now won 6 in the bounce in all competitions and going great guns. A furious Antonio Conte called his players fragile. I'm sure it was a bit worse than that. After a 6-2 loss to PSV in Eindhoven. Well, Kevin De Bruyne is torn apart by the Italian papers this morning. Oh, dear. Gab, do you think Conte is a manager you would least like to face after a 6-2 loss?
I think I'll try and hide in the shower, though.
Would you?
Yeah, Conte.
You don't know, do you?
Conte,
in the dressing room?
But Conte just
on the
looks...
touchline, yeah, but Simeone's like that in the touchline, isn't he?
Yeah, but I just see him, and I could just picture. I mean, Ashley Young had him at Inter, and he said that he was, like, tough. And you can see what he's like. I think he fell out with Lautaro Martinez, and we're going to have a friendly boxing fight in the training. You know, like, he can look after himself. And to lose 6-2, well, it's different if you've lost 2-0, 3-0, but to lose 6-2 in the Champions League, he'll be fuming at that. So definitely would want to avoid him for sure.
Manchester City made it 9 unbeaten with a routine 2-0 win the Champions League. Well, that's a bit strong, isn't it? A routine win, because it was away at Villarreal, who've started really well at home. After the game, Pep praised Messi-esque Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, I'm pleased that Erling scored again, and pleased that Bernardo made an incredible header again. Bernardo's, I remember like Riyad Mahrez, a little bit like Messi. Is a hammer. They have a hammer in the neck. They are so good. They are small, but it's so good in the head contact. So yeah, really good for the goal. But yeah, we had, if you analyze the first half and some moments in the second, we have a real clear chances. They have 2 chances, 2-3 chances at the end. I have to admit it, but in general, we make a good performance. Basically, because I know perfectly for the Spanish people know it, and maybe English people doesn't know it. Villarreal is a top team, so I know how difficult it is here to come, and did in the way we played. I have the feeling that in many things we're coming back what we were in the past.
By all accounts, a cracking header. I must admit, Bernardo Silva. Look, I think he's been a great player, Gab. But if I'm being dead honest, I thought his legs have gone a wee bit.
Yeah, he played well last night, but I'm with you. Him. Yeah, but I'm with you. He's not the same player he was. And in that midfield, they've got so many options. You look at their bench yesterday as well. Nouri, Aki, Phil Foden on the bench as well. So Man City as well. You look at the league table. Like we said, only 3 points behind. Only 1 goal difference compared to Arsenal. Arsenal's goal difference is 12. City's is 11. You know, 4 of the last 5 games they've won. Only drawn 1 in 5. Just...
Well, you can bet your house on that Haaland will score more goals than Gyökeres.
Oh, 100%. And I think no one's going to be anywhere near Haaland this season. He seems now that he's going to a new level. I mean, his record at Man City has been phenomenal. To think that he's got another level, and that's what we're seeing at the moment.
But he's got his power,
everything,
in the air, his leap, his finish, his strength. You know, he is. He's
and did you see the chances he missed against Everton? Yeah. He missed 3 or 4. He would have been fuming that he never got a hat-trick.
Now, to north of the border, Rangers are looking to get off the mark in Europe tomorrow night against Norwegian outfit Brann in what will be Danny Rowe's first game in charge. He met the Scottish media yesterday and pretty much told the Rangers fans exactly what they want to hear.
I'm really looking forward to be part of this amazing football club. We know where we are at the moment, and when you committed to this job, then you know what is demanding. It starts on Thursday with the first game. We want to win. We need wins because we want to turn around the position at the moment. Yeah, we are not happy. We know this, and And that's the reason why I'm here. I said this in the past very often, that I'm looking for an ambitions club, for a club who is looking for more. I'm looking for a club, or I look for a club to win titles. And this club has everything for all these goals. And it's amazing to be part here, to be now the head coach of this fantastic club. I know what it means, and I think I will feel this in the next couple of days and weeks more and more. But my job is clear, what I want to do with this group of players.
Danny Roll, the new Rangers boss, I'd love to know, where he was in the pecking order to give them the job. It was quite clear Stephen Gerrard was number one.
Yes.
And then you had Muscat, you had someone else in there as well.
No, they went to him before Muscat, and he said no. So I don't know what's happened. They've not got Muscat.
Well, I think it's all to do with the guy who buys the players and sorts the budget out. Is it Thelwell, something like that? I keep hearing.
Do you know what I think's happened out? Gerrard was number one. Then they've gone for Danny Rowell. Didn't work for whatever reasons. Muscat didn't want to leave his team in China until the end of their season. Then they probably thought, it's getting a bit embarrassing now. So we've got to maybe give into a bit with Danny Rowell and what he wanted. Now it's over the line.
There's all sorts of problems at Ibrox. Mind you, Celtic at the moment, there's something not quite right there. Celtic can address that quickly, but there's something missing. And I speak to friends of mine in Glasgow go all the time. They say the atmosphere's not good at the moment.
Maeda didn't play, did he? Wasn't starting on.
No, but he's not the same player.
No.
And he was electric for Celtic. He was electric, but it's not just him. Celtic at the moment are underperforming.
And I think Rangers and Celtic have to wake up as well, because big Europa League games coming up.
Yeah,
they don't want to embarrass themselves in Europa League.
At the moment, both will struggle. Well, yeah. Brown, I don't know how good Brahms are, but Celtic at the moment have got to pick themselves up against Dundee. I could not see Dundee beating Celtic. Well done, Dundee. And Hearts, Tynecastle at the weekend. Hearts Celtic.
What a game. Massive game.
If Hearts win that...
8 points.
Well, yeah, it's... but to be honest, it makes it more interesting. Although,
of course.
Although a lot of Celtic supporters would disagree with me. What are you talking about? But it does. It makes it a lot interesting.
But if Hearts did go and win it, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
For Celtic and Rangers fans.
It is.
Do you know what I mean? Brendan Rodgers wouldn't look good.
Well, Aberdeen had a great start last year, didn't they? And they blew up.
Tailed off, yeah.
And I'm not saying Hearts will, because, they've got some great backing. We know that.
But if you go and beat Celtic, Al, and you're 8 points clear, you start believing more then.
It's a bitter game as well, Hearts Celtic.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
And why is that?
It's Rangers reserves against... Well, I shouldn't say that. It is really... Hearts of the Rangers side of Edinburgh, don't worry about that. Oh, yeah, it's bitter.
So even more on the game.
Yeah. During tomorrow's show, we're going to be joined by the most unbearable Arsenal fan in the world, Piers Morgan. Looking forward to that, Piers. Will join us along with a whole host of other great guests. That's the breakfast show tomorrow morning live from 6 a.m. with me, Alan Brazil, and old Shaggy alongside me. Jim and Simon next.
You watch the next 3 months. Arsenal, I suspect, will now go on an absolute tear. Big games out the way. We are going to win the league. I wouldn't be surprised if we win it by mid-March.